And we are live.
Sweet. Hi guys, welcome back to CanaryCast. Good to see you back here. Wycombe away today, live from Adams Park. You're at the CanaryCast Watchalong. Couple of new things this week. We've got a couple of sponsors to talk about. Thank you very much for helping out the channel. Welcome to the family, I guess. Harvey, do you want to share the details, mate? Yeah,
we are supported by Norfolk Wood Burners, and there's a little bit of spiel for you. We supply and install wood burners in Norfolk. They've got free online quotes to help keep Norfolk warm. I do have their website, just not to hand, but do go over and check them out. And if you are looking for a free quote on a wood burner, I know I am. I've just moved into a new house, and I definitely might get a free quote. Then head over to norfolkwoodburners.co.uk and explore their website. It's very good.
Link will be in the description as well.
Link is in the description as well.
Good stuff. And then at half time we got something really interesting as well with a football shirt. Kind of know a few mates have already got one, which is great. And I've got a box ready to unveil, so to kind of keep the halftime ticking over. So really interested and excited to see what I've got. But yeah, top football. But yeah, really nice to have Norfolk Wood Burners with us because the top company always kind of interacted with us. It's been brilliant to kind of, like Joe said, integrate them in. And yeah, hopefully we get a win today. I think we need to go talk about the team now, don't we, Joe?
We absolutely do. Yep, go check out Norfolk Wood Burners. Go check out Tops Football. Mystery kit opening at half time. Make sure you stick around for that. But let's talk about the team, Jacob. Some nice changes. Gibson's back in.
Feel confident now. Feel like proper. I was wondering, like, we can get past with Patchy Zimbo because Ikpeazu's just a big kind of beast. But I feel so much more comfortable with Gibson. Hopefully, well, let's be honest. In that change room, they're going to be like, get into his back. Ikpeazu, get into Gibbo's back. I'm looking forward to seeing what Onel does. You know, I did not expect him to start today. I know Todd's got a knock, and then you got Josh Martin, who's unavailable as well. But this is a really big chance for Onel. He did really well against Birmingham before he got taken off kind of brilliantly by Farker for Hugo. Yeah. But yeah, this is a really interesting game. Which does it scream of Wigan away 2 years ago?
Oh, God, I hope not. No, I'm feeling quite confident, to be honest, Jacob. Now that I've seen that team, now that I know it's Hernandez, not Poeta, Gibson back in to help deal with Ikpeazu on his birthday. Ikpeazu, that is. So he'll probably score. Let's talk about predictions, Jacob, because I think my prediction speaks about how confident I am. I'm going 3-1 win.
Yeah, I think I'm pretty similar to you. I think if we're going to differ it up, maybe a 2-1 because I think it'll be quite tight. But yeah, realistically, Wycombe are the poorest side in this league. And if we give them the respect, which is these are a championship side, we need to work as hard as them and kind of do the ugly side of the game as well, then we'll win. We'll win fine. But it's one of those, you know, they beat Reading in midweek, didn't they? Which is a huge win for them. And they'll try and play on Norwich's so-called weaknesses, you know, a lot of long balls, a lot of winning the second ball, tough in the challenge. There's some talented players there in that team, though.
Did you give a score prediction?
2-1 we'll go for.
2-1. Harvey, what do you fancy?
This is a blowout. 4-0.
Yeah. Wow, that would be lovely. Let's hope it is, because we've got something a bit different going on today. Just a bit of fun. I'm calling it Canary Crawl. Basically, the rules are a bit like a pub crawl, but Canary Crawl. Beer at kickoff. Think of that as your 0-0 insurance, if you like. And then we'll have open a beer for every Norwich goal, because it's Sunday afternoon, and we just thought, why not? Let's have a drink, watch football, have a laugh. So if you want to get involved, get in the chat, blah, blah, blah.
And you know give us a like as well on the video. It does. We do appreciate it, and we are trying to get up to that 400 subscribers. So if everyone who hasn't subscribed, it'd be done. We'd already.
Please do that, because we're really close now. We've got 3 to go, so 2 to go even. So happy days.
Yeah, 2 more to go, which is like bloody hell. It's gone quickly, hasn't it? But yeah, it'd be lovely to get up to 400 today. Like we say, share it if you can with your mates, because you know what, it's a good laugh today. Hopefully we'll get up and at it and enjoy a win. You know.
Get in the chat and have a chat with us. We'll obviously have a chat back. So
let's have score predictions.
Put them in the chat. We want to know what your score predictions are and all of that sort of thing. And go from there, really.
Have we shared the stream on Twitter, by the way?
Yes, yeah, everything's all good there.
Excellent stuff.
All right, I've got the chat up today as well. Got another screen on the go. It's the 3rd or 4th screen I've got on the go now. It's like NASA mission control over here.
Stinks of computer combustion very shortly.
Yeah, Xbox computer.
Internet absolute blowout on the internet.
Yeah. Teams are out, or Norwich are out, in that lovely track top, which I saw reduced on the store actually, but they've run out of my size. Typical. That is lovely. Need to get hold of one of them.
It's not a quarter zip though, is it?
It's not actually, no. I'm a big fan of the quarter zips, but that has taken my fancy.
They are a nice kit, aren't they? To be fair,
Wycombes,
I do enjoy them. Like, I know you like obviously the purple one you've got on. I do like the yellow one.
Yeah, sorry, Matt. I thought about Wycombe's kit, which I quite like as well. I like that quarter thing.
Sam King, first time watching today, chaps. Looking forward to it. Thank you for joining us. And 4-1 win. I like that.
Yeah, everyone go for the 4 goals. Love it. Love the confidence.
Jacob, who are your danger men aside from Ikpeazu, who by all accounts is an absolute beast?
Yeah, so Ikpeazu is going to be a real pain to kind of handle physically. Oni Dinma really good on the wing, and Jason Knight in the middle. He's a centre back on loan from Leicester, but they've been playing him central midfield recently, and actually he's been better there, a bit more of a goal threat. Like I say, they'll try and win the second balls and be a pain to kind of play against. But like I say, Gav McCleary, we all know, former kind of Forest player and been everywhere basically in the Championship. He'll be a pain. David Wheeler will work hard, but realistically, this is a team kind of made up of League One players really, and Championship players who have been there before and done it. But yeah, it's Knight's back in centre back today, so that's better for us probably. Like I say, he's been really good in midfield for them recently. But yeah, you look at that team and you're saying realistically it should be a Norwich win.
There is no better team in the Championship than ours. Like, there's no better squad. I'm not having anyone say that. Look at that team, and it's, Vrancic at 10 is not our first choice. Hernandez on the left is not our first choice, but still, what a team. We deserve to be where we are with the squad we've assembled.
I think Todd plays today, doesn't he? If he was
fit, yeah.
Then he'd probably replace Vrancic, and then you'd have that team that kind of finished Birmingham before the last minute where Hugel came on. And it's like you say, it's so strong. As long as you don't take these for granted today, you win comfortably, realistically.
Yeah, you'd like to think so. We're very close to kick-off now. Should be any second. Oliver Skip, most tackles won for Norwich this season. Shock.
Norfolk Woodburners is in the chat and says, thanks for the mention, guys. Let's hope for a great game and a good win. We couldn't agree more.
Thanks for getting involved, guys. We do genuinely really appreciate it. I'm glad you're watching. Let's hope for a win.
As long as the first goal is important here, you don't want it to get into an ugly game, do you, realistically?
No.
Where it becomes more awkward than it needs to be.
Here we go, then.
Along come Norwich. It's... And look, there's the Wycombe manager. It's like looking in a mirror.
Do you remind me a bit of him, Harvey?
I wonder why I wore a hat today.
Take the hat off. If we go 2-0 up, you have to take the hat off and say...
do my best impression.
A nice Norwich kit you got on as well, Harvey.
It's pretty close, but...
Right, here we go then. Mario Vrancic gets us underway in the sun in High Wycombe. If you're crawling today, first beer, let's get the 0-0 insurance out the way.
You are way ahead of us, Joe. They've now just kicked off.
I'll have to temper my goal celebrations so we're in sync.
Yeah, that's okay. For reasons of no one's taking a stream here, but for slightly audio differences, a couple are different in terms of speed of stream.
James Carroll is in the chat saying, up the yellows today, looking for 1 4 goals and 2 Joe on 6 cans. So
yeah, let's hope so. Get involved, Kazzy. Drinking this afternoon? What you on? Get it in the chat. Let's hear it.
If you are looking to support the stream, we do appreciate if you head over to streamlabs.com/CanaryCast. You can donate there. If you're so inclined, don't feel like you need to, but we would appreciate it.
David Stockdale, just taking a goal kick for Wycombe. He looks overweight.
It's funny because it's only the last couple of games he's come back in. So it's normally Allsop who starts for them. Yeah. And a couple of weeks ago, Stockdale went on to an emergency loan in League Two. So, and you come back straight away, you're in the Championship, and they've got back-to-back clean sheets and feeling good about themselves again, And I will never forget for him, he's been a good goalkeeper over the years, but that double own goal when Pritchard... Norwich Brighton, and Pritchard tried to scab the 2 goals, didn't he? He tried to claim the 2 goals. But
Wycombe sitting fairly deep. They're sort of not pressing us until we get into their half.
Lovely day there, isn't it?
It is lovely. Maybe even better than here. It's pretty nice in Norwich today.
Be interested to see that Janulis Hernandez combination this game because I thought Dimmy and Cantwell were actually building up quite a nice relationship, and it's a shame with Todd. It's a little knock apparently, nothing too bad. It's a doubt for Brentford as well, but he's been playing really well recently, hasn't he?
Yeah, he has. And on that note, do you think Hernandez got the nod ahead of Poeta, not just because he's a better player, but because he helps out defensively more, and maybe perhaps Janulis needs that at the moment?
I think also O'Neill's played this kind of team today, hasn't he? Like he knows the Championship, he knows what it's all about.
Wycombe
Whereas with Plaheta's played well in games. It's just that consistency, isn't it? And like you say, defensively, I'm not so sure.
On your dimmer trying to beat Janulis there. Janulis just stands him up, and the ball's made its way out for what I thought was a goal kick, but it looks like it's a Wycombe throw.
I think that's a McCleary on the right, and then on
McCleary,
on the left.
sorry.
But for McCleary, he's quite direct. It will be. This is what Wycombe will do: try and get the balls into the box as early as possible. Try and disrupt that. Like I say, Knight is going to be absolutely hauling them into the box, and this is where you've got to stand firm, really, isn't it?
How good is this throw, Jake? Have you seen it before?
It's decent enough with the big boys in there. They try and win the first flick on. Obviously, it's not as long as probably a Delap, but they get the first flick on like they did there. But Norwich will be capable of that. That's what we've dealt with a lot this year. But look at the high balls up. This is what I mean. It's the second ball to get it back into the area to make it uncomfortable. In the most kind of not trying to be derogatory, it's kind of like your Sunday leagues where they just try and keep the ball active. You try and keep the second ball going, and
0-0, lads, go again.
They will try and just rough Norwich up, really. If we keep the ball well, the pitch looks really nice, actually. I think that's a Norwich bonus, especially after watching Birmingham pitch for the last 2 away games. It's been like, bloody hell, at least we're not on a farmer's field today.
Chris Collins is in the chat. Big win today. Come on, Chris.
Good lad.
What's your score prediction, Chris? Let's hear it in the chat. Good to hear from you, mate.
Oh, the ever-present. He's virtually the 4th member of CanaryCast. Tiny133. Afternoon, guys. Hope you're all well. We are. And looking forward to another live. 2-1 today. Pookie and Buendia, I'm hoping. Joe, if you have 6 cans and not rosy red cheeked, I'll cut half and donate 20 quid. So, Norwich, let's get on this.
There's absolutely no chance of that. But
have you just got the 2-1 on today, Stu?
In other further news, Stu is actually fishing today, and he's got us on his iPad on the bank. How good is that?
Dedication.
Great man. Hopefully he gets a couple of bites as well as enjoying the stream.
Let's hope so.
Mill Lake?
No, he's over his way. He's he's in Royston at National Lakes.
Oh, nice. That's what I mean from Mick Paisley there. That big, bustly forward just knocking over Grant Hanley. He'll try and do that to Gibson as much as possible today. Try and get him landing on that back and see. Because I imagine whilst Gibson,
he's a unit.
He is. He's absolutely unit. And more mobile.
Right in the face as well. Take that, Hanley.
Hanley and
an awkward image.
Got the work cut out for him.
I think this is Grant's perfect game though. He loves that. It'll take O'Neill a couple of probably 20-25 minutes today to really get himself into this game, won't it? He's obviously not started. I wouldn't say he's going to play the full game for me. I'd be very surprised if he does. But it's nice to have those options on the bench, isn't it?
It is, and it looks like a complete bench as well. We're not lacking any positions or anything like we have been a few weeks recently.
Would you say this is almost a David v Goliath sort of situation today, Joe?
Well, yeah, it's top versus bottom. I suppose it's easy to bill it as that, but it is, isn't it? Wycombe, don't really mean to disrespect them, but they're very much a League One club, and we like to think of ourselves as good enough for the Premier League. So, yeah, I think we can give it that label, Jacob. Why not?
The press is there from Wycombe today, though, isn't it?
They've come out of their own half now, yeah.
Which is nice to see. I respect, when we first saw Birmingham, they decided to play 10 at the back, but second game was a lot better from them, wasn't it? Whereas
James Carroll comes in and says, would you rather be stuck in a lift with Akinfenwa or the presenters of an alternative Norwich live stream? I would love to speak to Akinfenwa for hours upon hours upon hours, so I'd much rather be stuck in a lift with Akinfenwa.
Fascinating guy, isn't he?
Absolute unit.
I don't know if I'd fit in the lift with him.
absolutely massive, isn't he?
He is.
Igpezu isn't much smaller, is he? Like Igpezu's taller and probably just as bloody meaty.
His this is a bit of a weird comment, really, but Igpezu's thighs are honestly, it's like a leg of like jam on Iberico or something. Like
I swear you tried to bait me into comments about Jamal Lewis's legs when he was here. His thighs were massive as well.
Yeah, we like a bit of baiting. 7 minutes gone.
First 7 minutes has been a bit nothing, really, isn't it? In terms of, as you probably can realise with our conversations, that realistically, not too much has gone on at the minute. I'd like to talk about Ollie Skip because there was an Athletic kind of article about how Tottenham were really considering bringing him back in January just because of how well he'd done. I think that would have really kind of not derailed our season, but would have caused a big impact.
Would have been a blow, yeah. Would have been a huge blow. He's been sensational.
He's started every game, hasn't he? Which is, and he doesn't even look tired, does he?
No.
He's featured in every game, started every championship game.
There was an away game towards the start of the season. I think it was Rotherham, and he was a bit ropey. And apart from that, I think he's been brilliant every single week.
I think I remember that. That was kind of the first game we went to, and there was a real high press as well, from what I remember.
Yeah.
And even in the Birmingham game where he made that little error for the first goal, I think he probably is not used to teams kind of pressing him as much, which is interesting, isn't it? Because next year that will be, hopefully with us, if we can recall him and we've been promoted, that will be every week, won't it? Where it'll be constant pressure.
Aaron's with the ball on the right-hand side here. Trying to get across it. He's been forced back. Square across the box to Mario. Just works it back out to Aaron's.
It's good pressure from Wycombe there.
Ball in. Emmy takes a bit of a heavy touch. It's gone out for a goal kick.
Wycombe did that well to marshal all that back because that could have been really dangerous if the first ball had gone in.
This is what they kind of put themselves, or kind of praise themselves on, Wycombe, is this defensive structure, you know. Whilst the quality isn't there in terms going forward for them, they're not going to score more than twice in probably any game this season, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
That defensive solidity is what you need to kind of build yourself on, isn't it? Especially against the bigger teams. And they did, like I said, against Reading, they did a great job. Reading they allowed that situation in the game to kind of go in Wycombe's favour. This is what Norwich need to make sure they don't do, is play Wycombe's game.
Yeah.
Elevate themselves above that.
We haven't mentioned the Swansea result yesterday yet. It's funny how a change of manager can change things at Bristol City, isn't it?
And it's very funny in terms of that first half. Swansea battered them. Yeah. I've not seen a more dominant performance in a long, long time. And we've said it many a time with them. They don't score enough goals. They don't have a goal scorer. And whilst the defence, which is brilliant for them more often than not, I think it's like 18 goals, 20 goals conceded now for the season. In a championship, you need to rely on an attack, don't you?
Yeah.
Rather than if you're relying on your defence in this league, comes back to bite you, I think.
You need someone that will score 20, and then you need people around him that will contribute a decent handful themselves.
Whilst having a solid defence. Like, we've shown that you don't actually need a solid defence, you can go up if your attack's incredible.
A couple of heavy touches from Emmy early on, just getting warmed up maybe. Only 10 minutes gone. We can forgive him for that.
There. Timu's been fouled. I didn't really see anything
I didn't.
wrong with that. He's on the floor. Now, this is prime Mario Vrancic area, just outside the little D, isn't it? Outside the box.
Sentoni4 says, go Norwich, come on. We agree.
Everyone seems to be fairly confident in the chat. It feels like
that's very soft. Timu's trying to run back to win the ball.
Oh, you know who's over this? Be Mario over this, you'd have thought.
If you haven't already, do give us a like, and if you give it a like, maybe this goal will go in. And
a subscribe if you can as well. Two more is all we need to get to a massive 400, which will be brilliant, really.
Yeah, in all seriousness, we'll be chuffed with that. That's
so
great.
Happy. We love every single one. We're buzzing at 100, 50, 25. Like, it's just crazy, really.
When did we go out for drinks? Like 200?
When we were allowed.
We were allowed by then.
This is prime Mario Vrancic area.
Over the wall. Oh, what a save. Keeper's pulled
out. Oh, that is a top save. And that's interesting, isn't it? With the left foot, he's gone the way that Stockdale is, probably hoping that Stockdale tries to guess beforehand. That is a top save. What a save. That is top corner.
Very, very good.
Nice
It's a
free
beautiful
kick.
effort. Ironically, if he goes the other way, it's in, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because Stockdale's never getting there.
Kenny McLean header, just over. Or was it?
Oh.
Yeah, Kenny.
Now, that would have been harsh on Wycombe for me. I thought it was a soft free kick, realistically, but what a save that is.
That's going to really bolster the confidence of the back line for Wycombe, because if they can trust...
Oh, you look at that again, what a save.
Good positioning, really. He hasn't really had to dive too far, has he? He's got there, and fair play.
Really
but he's
strong hand to push that over
well.
as well.
Yeah.
It's smart from Mario, isn't it? In terms of, he's gone the way of the goalkeeper, so he's gone to the keeper's left, the right as we're looking at it. When you'd normally expect him to just dink it over the wall, but the wall's so tall, he's probably not getting it up and down in time with the pace that he wants. It's a really nice free kick, but yeah, fantastic save and best chance of the game so far.
Yeah, I make that first shot on target, I think.
Grant Hanley getting in tight on it, Paisley, very smart. That's what Grant likes, isn't it? Ollie skip finds Vrancic.
Vrancic with a decent ball over the top. Pookie controls in the edge of the area, but it's tackled well by Wycombe and cleared.
But now Norwich are coming, aren't they? It's taken 13 minutes, but the Norwich pressure is starting to increase now.
Janulis has looked nice and comfortable on the ball down this left-hand side so far. Hasn't had to do an awful lot, but he's looked controlled when in possession. He's going from strength to strength, I get the feeling.
Yeah, he's showing his class now, isn't he, Dimmy?
Yeah.
You look at him and go, you can see what they've seen in him. Obviously, it's going to take a couple of games. I think they've already kind of ironed out. Oh, Grant Hanley takes on it.
Grant Hanley.
Ace Grant, wonderful.
He's so good at diving.
Embraced his inner Neymar.
What, 6'2" Scottish beast? Yeah, I do agree that he is very.
Ball into the area.
Well cleared.
Wycombe are on the break after that.
I'm not trying to be derogatory to the Wycombe quality and probably bite me on the bum, but you can see the difference in quality today, can't you?
Yeah.
Already.
Ollie Hinchliffe, of course. Afternoon, lads. I'm going with 2-0. Pookie and Hernandez. A lot of faith in Hernandez.
We'll keep that. We'll take that.
We'll have to take Ollie's score prediction. That Birmingham one was superb, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think that's a couple now. He's been bang on the nail.
Has he put the money on the line, though?
I don't know. I haven't had a chance to speak to him. I'll have to ask him.
Janulis sends a good ball into the box, headed across, and it looks like that's out for a goal kick.
Dimmy Janulis whipping it in. Max Aaron's trying to win it at the back stick. I think if I see Max Aaron score a header in my lifetime, I'll be pleasantly surprised.
Father Tony has donated $5. Thank you, Father Tony. No message, though, so we'll just have to thank you very much.
Legend, thank you very much.
Now, the question
is
he a father, as in a pastor, or a dad? That's the big question.
I think that's definitely worth Googling Father Tony McSweeney.
After this live stream.
Yeah.
Stay on the live stream. But we do really appreciate that.
Tab, you know? We're allowed more than one tab.
I should know.
This is the position now. So Wycombe have got a free kick about 40 yards out from goal, 45, and central. And this is where they're going to clip it in. It'll be interesting to see Norwich's high line, if they can keep hold of that, because Wycombe are going to put this in towards the back stick, try and win the first header across goal, which is going to be... This is kind of the silly free kick area to give away for Norwich, really. Especially with the likes of Vic Pezu, who's... I cannot get over how big he is.
Ball into the area, headed down.
David Wheeler wins it.
Bit of pinball in the box here.
Hits it into his own player and poorly cleared, but it looks like it'll be collected on the left-hand side.
Get down the wing. Oh, no.
Yep. Oh, no.
Oh, love.
Mario Vrancic.
Good ball for Pookie, but it looks like Stockdale's going to cover. Not bad.
From his own half there, he's tried to ping it diagonally to Timu Pookie, and it's just got into the box. Stockdale just gets there.
Because the pace of the Wycombe players is not exactly rocket, and if you can get a good ball
very
across...
open there, weren't they, Wycombe? 2 men back, Timu was in, and it was just too heavy.
Stockdale definitely with a bit of extra lockdown weight, 100%, lad.
I tell you what, though, it doesn't matter when he's...
Yeah, true.
That save. It was an absolutely wonderful save.
Got to admit him.
That's only one real chance to speak of note so far. Mario Vrancic probably 23 yards out, are we saying? Whips it, the free kick. Not over the wall. It was actually to the keeper's side, and it's going top corner. It's a world-class save.
Ollie says no money on his 2-0 win with Pookie and Hernandez. Never bets money on his own team. And good old Father Tony.
Very good shout, that, Ollie. I'm also an agreeer of that one. Never bet on Norwich. It doesn't work well. I've done it once in my lifetime. Norwich at home to Burton. The home banker. Remember when we were playing the likes of Burton? Finished 0-0 and was the only one that didn't come in.
I went to that game.
Yeah, from that day, I've never bet on Norwich because it's just,
Ball into the far post, just evades Max Aaron's. Good cross.
Tim crawled pretty much on halfway in the start of that move as well.
Sweeper keeper extraordinaire.
I saw Harvey, Gareth Ainsworth, just moaning at the referee there. I'm not too sure what about.
What's your beef?
It's interesting we're putting balls into the box today.
Where's Hugo?
Well, yeah, and especially against a team that are quite big and enjoy using set pieces themselves. It's a good thing they haven't got Joe Jacobson on today, Wycombe, because he's their captain, their left back, who has scored. I think he scored 4 or 5 directly from corners last season, and takes all their penalties, all their set pieces. That's a big kind of bit of their armoury they're missing. Nick Paisley wins that first header there. That's going to be the big one today. Stopping him winning that first flick on.
Yeah, they've got quite the task on their hands, Hanley and Gibson, with that. He is a big, big lad.
A bit pinball-y. Ball is up and down. It's like head tennis.
This is what I mean. This is the Wycombe game, isn't it? You know, try and keep it up in the air, try and win that second ball. As long as Norwich get it down and through the thirds, I think this is where you miss a real number 10 today.
Down and quickly through the thirds.
Todd's game would have been perfect, wouldn't he? He's brilliant on the half turn and being able to beat a man. But that means it's up to Mario, doesn't it? You know, Mario Vrancic maybe drop deeper, Kenny McLean get forward, Ollie Skip as well can beat a man. Doesn't do much 35 yards out from goal.
Nice work from Vrancic and Hernandez, Janulis on this left side.
Corner.
Goal kick. Grimmer does well there.
Nice little triangles playing around 3 or 4 Wycombe players there. Nice. Don't know how that. I think that looked like a corner to me, but ref's giving a goal kick. Jack Grimmer, is he the lad that was at Fulham?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's kind of been all around the Championship clubs and been a lot of these players are probably first time in the Championship, apart from the likes of Grimmer and Stockdale, but also probably trying to, get themselves a move, aren't they? If they play well this year, it pays you, he's probably not going to play in League One after playing in the Scottish Premier League. And he's a handful, as you can see. He's a handle. He's that big.
It's funny that I think he was originally at Colchester, then went to Hearts, then came back down to Wycombe. Interesting that he fancied Wycombe over Hearts.
It's the money, innit? It's the money aside.
What? Wycombe flush with cash.
Hearts can't pay Wycombe. That's mad. That Scottish football's dross.
The Scottish League in general, mate. Well, Hearts are now the Scottish Championship, aren't they? And you look at that and say, long throw again from Wycombe. It's going to be a pain today. Good win, Grant Hanley.
EMI clears, nothing doing though. It's going to come back at us.
This is what they did well. They win quite a few penalties, Wycombe, from that kind of long throw. As you can see with Grant, he gets in aggressively. It's the likes of a big lad like Ikpeazu, and you've got the wrong refereeing the game. If he goes down under that kind of challenge, you think it's a dangerous one. Oh, Vrancic trying to find teammate. Unlucky. Just not on the same wavelength.
Bit end-to-end, this game.
I feel like we're keeping it up in the air too much, though. That favours them, not us. Just get it on the ground and play round them, lads. Don't match them at their own shite game,
Okay, but fuck.
They'll do it well there.
Really well to get away from there. Pookie's sent through, but it looks like it'll be out for a goal kick.
And that's the thing with O'Neill, which we'll always. I don't think this will ever change. We're being 28 now. He beats 2 men comfortably, and then it's just the pass. Look at him, turns Grimmer.
That is Hernandez, mate.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's just frustrating, isn't it? He's just. But that's why he's at Norwich. If it's the same with a lot of wingers, isn't it? We said the same about the likes of Josh Murphy. If they have that final delivery, final ball consistently, they play for a top team, don't they?
Yeah, fair enough. Lovely kit you've got on there, Jacob. Talk us through that.
Yeah, Retro Norwich from the Norwich City store. Actually, it was quite costly, but worth it, and I really enjoy it. I think it's a throwback, but yeah, it's a big fan of that.
Lovely.
I like the big badge.
Is that embroidered badge as well? Proper one.
Wore it at Spurs away, and so it's a good luck charm.
Happy days.
Sam King, go on.
No, it's not important, Harvey. Go on, mate.
Sam King says, what would you say Norwich's best 11 are?
This with Cantwell, basically.
Cantwell at 10?
But I do like Mario, but he's not a 10, so yeah, I guess. And then Hernandez wide. If we had a number 10, I'd put Cantwell wide and then whoever the 10 was in the 10,
Do you
obviously.
think Stiegelmann comes back and has a save for the rest of the season? Skip brilliantly there, by the way.
He is, if he's playing well and on form and fit and everything, he is probably the best candidate for it because we saw what he could do 2 years ago. But I don't think we could say Mario's come in and, he's deserved to keep his place. He's played pretty well for someone who's playing out of position.
Yeah, no, I do agree. You can just see with our team, it's almost frustrating, isn't it? Because you can see if you had a number 10 there who can take on a man, it's actually complete this team for this level. In terms of the defence is solid, which we didn't have 2 years ago, and you then have that attacking flair. I think that's what puts the impetus, especially today, on Emi, because Onel can be drifting in and out of games like most wingers in this league can. And Emi, like you say, with Vrancic, he's played well, but it's just not his. He loves to be in that number 8 where the likes of McLean are now, being able to ping it to left, right, or to a forward runner.
Big Godfrey pass from Gibson there, nicely done.
It's nice to have him back today, isn't it?
Yeah. Emi's been very quiet first 23 minutes.
Interesting to see if they try and wind him up today.
Well, I'm sure they will. Everyone does it. Everyone likes to have a go, don't they?
First 23 minutes, really only the Mario Vrancic free kick aside. 0-0 still. It's been one of those games which Norwich were growing into it, probably 15 to 20 minutes, and then it's kind of evened itself out again, hasn't it, really, where we've allowed Wycombe to kind of have a little few silly free kicks, couple of opportunities in the box, half opportunities, really.
It's been interesting to see Wycombe's high press being really, really quite effective in sort of the final third. It's just really restricted Norwich.
They're quite cautious about when they go in the press, aren't they?
Yeah.
Like, if we're playing it out from the back, they'll go. But
Kenny McLean nearly getting past his player. But they're stopping Gibson.
Well in Mario,
aren't they? Stopping Gibson making that first pass.
Yeah.
Midfield.
Yeah. Mario Vrancic with a lovely little tackle there. Again, saw it with the big slide tackle midweek. Getting his foot in again there. Nice to see because he didn't always do that.
He puts in full commitment, doesn't he? It's just a shame that he's just not in the correct position currently. Emi trying to get on the ball, losing it.
It's come very deep to get that and turn straight into 2 men.
That will make Wycombe very happy. I think they would have gone, right, get 2-3 men on Emi as soon as you can. Just don't let him turn and have any space or time. As we saw with Birmingham in the last away game, their press was very good in the first half. Second half, they dropped off, didn't they? Whilst they still looked very effective, and Norwich, thanks to a lucky goal, were able to kind of keep that going. Tim Krul's not kept that on, apparently. I mean,
he's not very happy with that. The ball was going out of play. Tim Krul sort of punched it back into play and then put his foot on it.
It's taking the reflection off Max Aaron's, rolling out for a corner. Tim Krul thinks he's kept it on. Let's have a little look at this. This is opportunity now.
It's definitely not handball. No, he kept that on. That shouldn't have been a corner. Hang on, this camera angle was better. No, that's on. That didn't go out.
He's kept that on by an absolute mile. The lino cannot see that, by the way, because he's so far behind the play. He does not. He has no clue. And this is a good Wycombe chance here.
Come and claim this, Tim. Awful ball in. Max Aaron's clears at the near post.
Really poor corner there from Wycombe. Easily cleared.
Emi down again after a poor touch. I think he's just playing.
Wins the free kick. I'm not so sure about that one myself, but you know.
Yeah, it didn't look like a free kick. Let's have a look. Yeah, soft, but we'll take that for the corner.
I think if you look at the first 25 minutes, you're saying Wycombe are a lot more happy than Norwich with this current game plan.
Yeah. I imagine they'll be very happy with one shot on target from a free kick as well, limiting our chances so far.
Without doubt.
That press box looks tight, doesn't it? Oh.
It's proper old school ground, this, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, very much.
It's a shame for the Wycombe fans they're not able to
enjoy their season.
What could be the only championship season they have in their careers or their lives, potentially. They weren't expected to go up at all.
Well, as we've been speaking about Mario Vrancic sitting deeper, he actually seems to be making a conscious effort to be up with Timu this game.
I think it's to not leave him as isolated against 2-3 defenders.
Yeah, true. Aaron's in round the back.
Oh, unlucky. That's the kind of ball, though. Emi and Max combining. Max going on the overlap. I just can't get enough of that through ball. That's the one, though, isn't it? Try and make that movement as quick as possible. It's good to do.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's going to be quite hard to get Timu in behind here unless we do it on the break, because as soon as we sort of have the ball at feet and play a couple of passes in the midfield, Wycombe are back and they're regimented in their formation. It's going to be difficult to get Timu in behind because the back line or the back five are on the edge of the area, quite
keeping
deep.
That tempo high, isn't it? Keeping it high and also
move them around,
making those runs, isn't it? Like we saw against the likes of Stoke, where they were sat quite deeply, and we were so surprised by the overlaps, weren't we?
Yeah,
it was really nice to see, actually. But no, I completely agree with you. We need to kind of keep that as consistent as possible.
I'm not is Hugel on the bench, Jacob, before I open my mouth? Yeah. Not adverse to us getting the ball out wide. And
Gibson trying to play it over the top. Sorry, Joe, carry on.
Not adverse to sort of second half or latter stages of the game, getting the ball out wide and putting some crosses in for Hugel. Yes, I know he's up against 3 centre-halves, but Wycombe with just that one wing-back wide.
Skip trying to thread the ball through. Timu Pukki in the box, right-hand side. Gets it back. BUENDIA.
We're trying to do too much. It's pinball passing in the box. Just get a shot off. We've only had one. Looks lovely. Looks great. But let's get a shot off. Test the keeper.
Ludicrous display last night. Problem with Norwich, they're trying to walk it into the net.
It's a BUENDIA chance to shoot there, isn't it? He's tried to cut it back, try and be selfless.
I think he probably shoots there, Jacob, ideally.
He's Stewart's just about, so he's right-hand side of the box. He's literally right by the 6-yard box. He's just trying to be too clever, isn't he?
Yeah.
It should actually be an Norwich corner there. The Wycombe player's cleared it off Pukki. It's then hit the Wycombe player, but goal kick.
Couple of decisions sort of going the wrong way for both teams at the moment.
Wycombe on the ball in our own box here. Ikpeazu causing problems. Wycombe corner.
Well played, Ikpeazu. Wins a corner. Scrappy from Norwich because it's just trying to pass out and it's pinball. And we're playing into their hands currently, and they'll be delighted, Wycombe, with the first half an hour. And this currently stinks of just don't let them score, because it's one of those games at the minute, isn't it? Where I think we have the quality to definitely be able to score against them. But it's just, we're playing into their hands currently.
Cleared by Hanley, good header.
Well cleared, Grant.
Ball's found its way back in again, pinball. It's very congested in the middle of the pitch, in both boxes and in open play as well. So
this is Wycombe currently. We're playing Wycombe style, which is exactly what the likes of Reading did on the week and lost.
Well, they've only got that one man out wide. I'm wondering whether we can overload them with our wing back and wide man and get some balls in the box. But then if you haven't got Hugel in there, I suppose it's a bit pointless.
Conrad asks, what beer is Joe drinking?
I'm on the Moretti. No, I did open one at kickoff. I'm on the Moretti. Cos, how about yourself? Are you crawling this afternoon? It is the afternoon, right? Yeah, just about.
Just about. You're allowed.
Yeah.
It's a little bit of a raised eyebrow. Like, are you okay? But that's fine.
Am I drinking? Yeah, no. It's okay. I don't have a problem.
It's also almost a Christmas excuse. Oh, it's Sunday.
Yeah, it's Sunday. It's fine.
No, he kind of needs the likes of Kenny McLean to really who's on the ball now, get a grip of this midfield, and try and get it back down to our style. Because Wycombe, like Harvey was saying, the press is, when they're doing it at the right times, is very effective. Frančić about 30 yards out from goal. Is that a shot?
Speculative efforts.
Tell
you what,
no.
Wycombe are defending their own box well, Jacob.
Very good at it. Yeah. Did it a lot in League One. It was I try to say Leicester counter-attack style when they won the league, and what was effective for them. And you can see there's a structure there. They solidify defence first, and you need to when you're lacking as much quality as they are in a lot of positions and squad depth.
Yeah, it feels like that style of football is probably the safest bet for a team like that. Upset a few and try and get enough points on the board. You know what I mean?
Opening yourself up against Norwich, you're going to be slaughtered, aren't you? We've seen it with the likes of Bristol City when we played them away. Scored 3 goals quite comfortably because they opened up so much.
Get it to Emmy. Look at that space. Look at Emmy in the middle open. Kenny, that's an awful pass, man. Come on. Emmy had about 10 yards of space there in the middle of the pitch, and we just didn't find him.
James Cow says, a classy beer for a classy man.
Thanks, Carol.
It's a frustrating one at the minute, isn't it? It's a bitty, gritty game which you need to try and get a handle on, really.
But Wycombe will be so impressed with how they're operating at the moment because they've restricted Norwich to pretty much hashing it every chance they get. So
there's a bit of a screwed up face from Daniel Farker there. I wonder if he's sort of rubbing his chin and thinking, what can I change here? Wycombe go very close.
Oh, what an opportunity.
He's flashed it past the near post, but he should be testing Tim Krul there. Good chance. Good chance.
It's a long free kick up from the goalkeeper.
Pezu wins the header.
We said it. Pezu, Hanley to Kenny McLean switches off. Oh, he has to be scoring now. Is it Mehmeti?
Yeah.
Just drags.
Left-footed. What? 12 yards out? 15 yards out? Hits it. That should be 1-0 Wycombe. And that's what we talk about. They put the ball up, win the flick on, and it's as simple as that. Norwich far too high. Grant Hanley likes to get tight. Obviously, he's doing that to Paisley today. Kenny McLean switches off and Mehmeti should score. Best chance of the game for me.
We cannot let Ikpeazu win those headers. I know he's going to be favourite for all of them. He's a good few inches taller than both our centre halves. But
if you let him win them, make sure that
the second man.
That's the key, really, isn't it? Because Grant is obviously going to just go tight to him like he does enjoy.
Wycombe have done very well so far, to be fair. I'm quite impressed how they've nullified us. Emmy shooting from 30 yards out. He's blazed it over. No chance going in. Mario's had a shot like that as well. Perhaps we're getting a bit frustrated with a lack of penetration here, Jacob.
And that's exactly what Gareth Ainsworth will be thinking. He'll be thinking, what a wonderful sight that is. Emmy Buendia, 35 yards out, like you say. Never going to score, and it's gone into probably Rose Ed, probably hit Morrison's car park behind. It's just such a poor... That sums up the frustration currently. Like you're saying, Joe, Timu's not been able to get in behind at all yet, has he?
No, I don't think he will, mate. I think unless we score and they maybe come out a bit, I can't see it happening.
What we've struggled, Paisley again, he's a busty forward, isn't he, for sure. We've struggled against back threes this season, haven't we?
Yeah, we have. Not enough penetration, and we're seeing that again today. Ikpeazu again holding off Hanley. Just holding up the ball for them, bringing their midfielders in.
They're following up around him, you know.
Oh, Skip's put his foot in on the edge of the area there. Ref's not having it, thankfully, but that looked a bit close to the edge.
Skip, he's got away with one there for me. McCleary wins the next one. Grant Hanley, no foul again. The referee's probably giving Norwich favour. We're playing Wycombe's game, and they're growing in confidence now.
Look at that press. It's so impressive. They're pretty much 10 yards out from the Norwich box, and they're so tight to them. It doesn't allow Norwich to play their game.
I mean, it would have been soft, but he's not won the ball at all there, is he? And you see a lot of those fouls given. He's wrong side, behind Mehmeti. I mean, his momentum, he's looking for it for sure.
Yeah. It's fair to say that
it would be very soft.
They're looking for set pieces here, aren't they? That's what they want.
Hand on the shoulder. Gareth Ainsworth currently being spoken to about complaining about the refereeing decisions, which again you've got to do as a Wycombe. You know, shout the loudest you normally get them, don't you? Especially with no fans. But no, I think looking back at it, it was soft. But you have seen them given.
That would have been harsh. Sharm 025 Sharif. Don't know. Who's going to win this, lads? Honestly, on the balance of play, Wycombe would be upset to not be ahead here.
I think we've had one good opportunity each, really, and it's been one of those nitty-gritty games where Wycombe have grown into it. First 10-15, Grant Hanley was dominating Ikpeazu in terms of the aerial battles, and now Ikpeazu for the last 10 minutes has really got his hold on. And when he's winning those flick-ons, Wycombe are pressing up the pitch, aren't they, winning that next ball, if it's a knockdown or a flick-on. Grant Hanley there from Ikpeazu, well played, Grant, to win that back. But no, they're growing in belief, aren't they, Wycombe? For sure.
Kenny's coming out really wide on the left. I think it's to allow Yanulis to get...
Oh, now doing well there. Flashing the ball in. Well headed away from Stewart. That's the kind of thing we need to be seeing, though, from O'Neill. He's been quiet in this one. Janulis losing the ball out poorly there.
Ellen, Janulis. Good skip. I love skip.
Yeah,
I love skip.
Goes past 2. Brilliant Ollie skip. Buendia's going very deep and very narrow, isn't he?
He's getting frustrated, isn't he?
He wants that ball, yeah, which is, you just need to try and remind him, pin them back a little bit.
I don't understand why Wycombe have made the pitch very narrow, right? The middle's very congested. And I know we like to go through the middle, but in situations like this where it's so blatantly obvious, it frustrates me that our wing-backs still cut inside. Provide the width. They're so narrow. All right, we're probably not going to win the header on a cross, right? I get it.
Buendia wins to O'Neill just outside the box now. Cutting in on his left. Oh, what an opportunity. Kenny McLean.
He flashed one past the far post, the ball, low ball across the box, and he sort of eventually popped up at the far post.
O'Neill cuts it back on from his left foot, puts it across to Kenny McLean, who's on the right-hand side. He's got no one on him. Oh, he's got to be scoring for me now.
He's gone to place it and he's dragged it a bit. Yeah, he's got to get out on target. He could have gone back the other way.
I think you could argue he could take almost a little feint touch onto his right foot and then flash it across the goalkeeper. Really good chance that, actually. And that's from O'Neill's probably first real contribution in the game.
Yeah, I'm happy with that, yeah.
But no, you look at that and you go, when we do show the qualities that we've got, like an O'Neill taking on Grimmer there, he's got him beaten absolutely no ends.
All ends up. I think that's what it is.
And Taron's given away a silly little throw there, trying to overplay. And this is the position level with the penalty area where Wycombe are going to really be fancying this.
Very quiet half for Timu, very quiet half for EMI so far. 38 minutes gone.
They've restricted them really well all the way throughout. It's been incredibly impressive from Wycombe.
Well, for 35 minutes for Norwich to have one chance in the penalty area is excellent from Wycombe, really, isn't it?
Is this
big long throw coming now?
It's a horrible long throw. This into the sun as well from Jason Knight.
Hanley deals with it. Well played, Grant.
Magnificent header. Timu doing well on the follow-up.
EMI, fucking hell. EMI's not on it today so far.
And this is frustration with EMI, when we say how on earth is he with us, he has these games, doesn't he, where this is where it stinks of an EMI Buendia, yellow card when getting frustrated, doesn't it? And then you're on that tightrope. And he's always on the edge, isn't he? That's why it's so fascinating, but also so, anxiety-driven with EMI.
The benefits always outweigh the negatives, but this is definitely a sort of an opportunity for him to get himself in the book this game.
It's just 100%. It's just a guy that never plays not on the edge. It's really fascinating to watch, isn't it? At the minute, no, like you say, he's coming very deep and very narrow. Which normally comes narrow, that's absolutely no problem. But I've never really seen him come this deep into a game so early on.
It's just to get on the ball, isn't it? He hasn't had a chance yet, so he's had to.
The Wycombe high press.
Look at there's basically 2 men 5 yards either side of him the whole time.
The movement is poor, and currently we're not switching the play quick enough. The tempo.
Header from EMI. He's hit the bar.
Oh, unlucky EMI. Big draw. You say that the first little bit of movement, I think it's Kenny McLean dinks it into the box. EMI header. Straight, narrow, in the middle of the goal. I'm surprised it looped Stockdale there.
He had a header on the edge of the box last game as well. I think it was Birmingham.
The penalty spot. Gibson, actually, instead of McLean. Apologies for that. It's a lovely little ball in. Remind yourselves of Bristol City away, but Gibson, with that Gibson ball to EMI, it's just a lot closer into the pitch. Lovely little lofted ball over.
It's classic commentator's curse. We're talking about how Buendia is not really in the game, and then seconds later he rattles the crossbar.
That's all Ben Gibson's movement, and they've been shutting him off very early to stop that first progressive pass going forward. And that's the first time he's been able to really get an opportunity.
All over the top from Skip. Pookie's in at the corner flag.
Trying to win a corner here, will he?
I think he's trying to find played it back into Skip, middle of the pitch now, out wide to Max with the overlap.
That's the kind of ball you need, quicker, much quicker.
Inside to Mario, over. Max has done well tried to do a 1-2 there with Vrancic, hasn't quite come off. Max with the ball on the byline. EMI cuts inside, edge of the box now, on his left foot, still going, he's going to shoot, low cross. Oh, easy save for Stockdale.
But better, far, far, far better. Because the tempo is sped up. Ben Gibson steps in, makes a lovely ball to Emmy, and it gives you confidence again. Wycombe probably get a little bit startled from that, don't they? In terms of, oh crap, yeah, Norwich are actually quite good.
He's scuffed that a bit. He probably had, if he'd stuck that near the post, I think he might have had a chance, but it's just gone down the
He has
keeper's
just
throat.
been about 4 men there, hasn't he, with absolute ease
Yeah.
to get that shot away. And it's just on his right, you probably back him to give Stockdale a much more of a challenge.
Ikpeazu wins the header again from the goal kick, but it's gone out for a Norwich throw.
Much better from Norwich. Gibson stepping in. I'd been amazed if EMI BUENDIA ever scores a header. That was a wonderful effort. Loops Stockdale. I'm still unsure about how the keeper's getting lobbed there and hitting the bar. Very unlucky.
Do you reckon these guys have got a bit of nerves because they now know that Pep Guardiola watches them for fun?
That was such an interesting article, wasn't it? To say he gets on well with Daniel Farke, which is great, and we're the only team he watches in his downtime.
The philosophies are not massively different. Like, I'm not saying we're playing Pep Guardiola football, but we're not a million miles away from
it. Playing the ball over the top to Timu, right hand side.
Onel's free or bad touch. Overlap Yanulis into the box now. Low cross. Wycombe deal with it.
Poor touch from Timu.
Yeah. Again, Timu and EMI yet to see their best.
Getting wider quicker though, aren't we? And again, Janulis overlapping Hernandez. That's what you need. Hernandez cut in. You need Janulis to offer that width.
Hernandez in the box. Shot Marancic. It's blocked again. This blocking by Wycombe's quite impressive. I think we can start worrying when Ikpeazu starts going over to Aaron's or Yanulis, Jacob. That's going to be, that's a loss. We're not going to deal with that.
I think you're looking at this last 5 minutes and you're saying Wycombe are feeling it a little bit more now. That initial press, they've dropped off a little bit. Like Harvey said, the press at the right time is good. It seems to be subsiding slightly now. It's difficult. You're never going to keep out for 90 minutes.
All it's going to take from Norwich to just play a bit quicker than Wycombe can handle, and then suddenly that press will collapse.
When they quicken up the play, Norwich, and make 2 or 3 of those triangle passes, which we saw against Birmingham a few times, we're in, aren't we?
Just beating that press will be...
And it's beating Ikpeazu in the air, which is not easy.
That's what I mean. If he figures out he can go and sit on the wing backs, that's very dangerous for us.
I feel like you're saying, Joe, though, with the one winger that Wycombe have, in terms of Onyedinma's cutting in a lot, McCleary's trying to keep the width.
Yeah.
It's very narrow, isn't it? So for him to go onto a fullback doesn't really make much sense.
Yeah, I suppose they'd lose their focal point, wouldn't they?
Gibson again being allowed to step in, but only a pass to the left back. They're not allowing him forward passing at all.
Interesting, and I don't know whether anyone else has noticed, but Kenny, when we're in possession and in their half, is basically playing left back, which is allowing Yanulis to push right up with Hernandez and almost overload Wycombe. With interesting tactical work.
On the ball. Oh, unlucky trying to play it into Timu. Not quite working.
So we're about 15 seconds out from half time. What have you made of this? This has not been the Norwich I think we're used to.
Quite impressed with Wycombe, to be honest. Fair play, but we need to see more from our main man, EMI, and Pukki. They've been dealt with well.
And giving away a silly foul there. Still, this is, again, this is with him playing on the edge. You're getting a last speaking to. And it's just a silly little kick for EMI BUENDIA, which realistically should be getting a yellow card for that. But it gives Wycombe an opportunity. Left-hand side, probably about 45 yards out again, to dink that ball into the box. Which they've been doing well to win.
Yeah.
2 minutes of added time.
Such a needless chat.
So
the ball's gone. The ball's gone and he's blocked him off. Should be a yellow card.
He's frustrated, lads.
But that's an EMI BUENDIA challenge, which is ironic, really, isn't it, Joe? You say he's frustrated. He's just had 2 of his best moments in the game.
If anyone's betting this afternoon, EMI BUENDIA yellow card.
And a goal, probably.
Let's hope so. Ball in from Wycombe. It's gone all the way out to the far corner flag.
All the way through. Any
Marancic holding up. McCleary or Onyedinma. I can't see the number.
Easily cleared McCleary's ball in. Grimmer's trying to keep the ball alive. Well played to get Marshall and Stewart out nicely. EMI again with a silly foul. Referee doesn't give it.
Trips over himself a few seconds later.
Knight with the effort wide. No, you can see that Emi Buendia's, he's going to probably be booked in this game because he's playing on the edge probably to the maximum level today, isn't he? Whereas normally you're like, okay, you can get away with it. For me, you put a little booking on him for sure.
Nervy. Wycombe have had a couple of good opportunities, pretty much a few half chances, but some really good chances at the moment.
EMI again trying to thread a ball through, just absolutely no chance it's going to get there. Seems like a bit of a waste of possession.
No, he's trying to thread Teemu through about 5 men in behind, in front of Teemu. It pays again, trying to win that foul.
Chance for Wycombe.
Cuts back. Yeah, they're just. The thing with Wycombe is they've got themselves in some good areas of the pitch, haven't they? But they're just the quality's not there. But that's half time.
Half time, right? I know we've got stuff to do, lads. I'm just going to nip to the toilet and I'll be back.
No worries. Best man of that half, I would say that Stockdale save. I think that has done an absolute world of good for their confidence at the back.
They look confident, don't they? They look really confident, Wycombe. The press is good.
Really impressive. We've seen Norwich have to deal with a couple of high presses in the last couple of games. But this, I think, has been the most effective one because they press when necessary. And they press in the right areas in order to restrict Norwich play, which means they have to take these shots that are pretty much restricted to outside the box. We haven't seen a decent shot inside the box. And credit to Wycombe, they've looked a better side.
No, they've stopped Ben Gibson stepping forward, haven't they? Which is a key part of Norwich's game. Kind of initiates the pass into the Emi Buendias, who can then be on the half turn. And Wycombe have stopped that well. And with the 3 at the back, it means Teemu's restricted. I think they've done really well, actually, to make sure he hasn't got in behind, really. There's one opportunity where, on the counter-attack, Vrancic tries to play the ball to him. That's about it. Once he gets in, he's got the pace to beat them without a shadow of a doubt. But his touch has been a bit off.
Yeah, there's been quite a lot of heavy touches, or from pretty much everybody, I think. But I think there are clues on how to beat this Wycombe side in speed of play. And if they can get through that press, even if they break that press in one area, it seems to all collapse. And if they can get a good chance from that press into the box and then get an actual shot on target, then it looks like that's how Wycombe are going to fall.
Maybe that's why we're seeing Kenny cover for Yanulis, because they know the overload is there in the wide areas. It's just
very much like the Birmingham game for me. Very much like once you speed that up, get past the press, like Harvey's saying, it's not easy, but you can see there's opportunities there to be able to get in. Onel's done it a couple of times when he's got the ball, be able to beat the man, whip it in. But no, for me, just needs to be sped up. It's all on Norwich. It's all up to Norwich. We've played a little bit too much of Wycombe style for my liking. Let them grow into the game, feel confident. But we've had a couple of opportunities, Vrancic free kick, brilliant save, still don't know how he saved that. Kenny McLean's had an opportunity as well. Max Aaron's a couple of movements. Buendia, it looks like he's playing on the edge, which is going to be an interesting one. But,
I might have to have a look at the odds for that.
Kevin Taffer says Mehmeti, I don't know.
Yeah,
Anis Mehmeti.
Looking like a very good talent.
He has looked decent. Yeah, he had that Wycombe chance, didn't he? We flashed it past the near post. But yeah, it looks decent, very decent.
Yeah, he's got a good engine on him and very bright.
Where have I heard that name? Where has he been?
This is fair. I want to say Stoke, but I'm not sure Huddersfield. But yeah, in terms of Wycombe, they're bright. They look more confident for sure. But we should be beating these. You can see the lack of quality there.
Yeah, I think so. Right, Jacob. Shall we do this kit reveal, my man?
Yes. So Tops Football is the website to go to. If you want to get 10% off a mystery kit, you can go below to the description with the code CC20 because they're very nice kits from what I've seen on the website and from what people have got. It comes like this in here.
If you just give me 2 seconds, I could get you all the way, like full screen you. So if you just give me 2 seconds.
Yeah, do that. The reason we've heard Mehmeti before is because he was in our under 18s.
Was he?
Really?
Yeah. I thought I'd heard that name somewhere.
Very interesting. A lot more of a point to prove today then.
Yeah.
Where else has he been?
Spurs, I think I saw.
Okay, so ready? So you are now on the whole screen, Jacob. Yeah. I love that sort of stuff. I have so many just random kits. It's brilliant. Yeah, I love it. I love it. Ooh, La Liga. Ooh, that's nice. I love it. I love a black kit, and that's really nice. Very nice. Oh, you might have to do this one again. I think they can only hear me, which is stupid.
Oh.
Well, I'm just gonna head us back. We'll completely restart.
So I've got to do the kit reveal all over again.
Apologies for that. That's completely
I just
my
opened
bad.
it up, Harvey. It's not going to look as good now.
Now we'll just have to pretend.
So, yes, Tops Football. I don't know how much you've heard or how much you haven't heard, but so 20%, 10% code off with CC20 at checkout. Basically, a mystery kit. You can get a current kit or a retro kit, all completely at random. Comes in this lovely little box. And we have got...
Ready? Get your shocked faces on, because we're going to need them.
Yeah, take two. This lovely little number.
Wow!
Black kit.
Is that Granada?
That is nice.
It is. No, it's a nice kit though, isn't it? You know, La Liga badge, all authentic. A lot of tags as well at the bottom, which I don't really need to show you. Joma kit. But yeah, no, this is really nice. And like you were saying, Harvey, which probably everyone only heard you, do like a black kit. Big fan of that. But no, it's a real trend at the minute, isn't it? Where when we're all back playing football, you know, with five-a-side, you probably need a black kit to fit in with everyone else. Why not? Or whatever. It's just a nice little random kit. Very good pricing as well. Yeah, like I say, 10% with CC.
It's all in the description as well, so if you want it.
And also, if you've only just joined us, we need to talk about Norfolk Woodburn as well.
Yeah,
we do.
Brilliant company. Thank you for supporting us today. All their links are in the website. Free quotes as well. Going to be really handy. Harvey's going to be on that for sure. Just moving into his new house. It's going to be really handy. But yeah, they're really great people. Free quotes, great pricing already anyway. So yeah, website's down below there. Click on that and you'll see some more information on that.
Hopefully they can warm up this second half as well, because we could do with it, to be fair.
Yeah.
We could really do with it, mate. It's been a frustrating one, I would say.
Yeah, they've played well. And, you know, we can't say they haven't played well. They have played well. They've limited us to a couple of shots. But we just need to see more from our main man for me. BUENDIA has been very quiet. Looks like he's going to pick up a booking at least. Very frustrated out there. Pookie hasn't been able to get in behind. That's mainly due to Wycombe, to be honest with you. They are playing well. But, yeah, we need to see a bit more, really, don't we?
No, without a doubt. It's Wycombe will be happy with a point. They'll take a point, won't they? And this is where you need to kind of be the opportunity where, right, let's get it going now.
Just to go back to the kits very quickly, Jacob, you've got a second. That was a normal box, wasn't it? You've got a second on order.
Yes. So yeah, I've got a retro one as well, which I'll be sure to bring it out as well when I get that. But yeah, no, really good delivery. They say 4 to 6 days.
46 days.
4 to 6 working days, but I got it in like 2. So, and that wasn't through special treatment. That was, I know a couple of mates have got one as well who ordered at a similar time, and yeah, it looks like a really nice kit, doesn't it?
Didn't we have
if you fancy it.
Egypt away kit came out, Jacob?
Yes, Egypt away, Mallorca, a couple of other ones as well. Nice yellow one that I've seen. But yeah, no, really nice kits. And for the price, you're not really going to get them anywhere better.
Yeah. And if anyone wants to order one and open it on stream, Harvey, I'm guessing we can do that technically.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Well, you've got one order as well, haven't you, Harvey? So
I do have one.
Well.
Yeah.
But yeah, if anyone fancies opening it on stream, that'd be quite cool if you want to get involved. See what you get.
But let's go back to why we're here, which is the Norwich game. We've got Freddie Greenacre in the chat saying that we've been poor. I think we agree with it there. It's not been an amazing half, but credit to Wycombe. They've played really well. They've played with restricting Norwich in mind, and if they keep it up, I think they could nick a winner if it sticks like this. But there was a few signs of a few cracks when they play a bit quicker. We'll just have to see how it goes. But what have you made of it overall?
Right, let's get it to Lou quickly. I'll let you speak.
Go on, Joe.
Yeah, it's fine. I think we've just got to get the ball down and play quicker, mate. There's been a few times where we've been up in the air and we're playing into their hands, really, then, aren't we? That's their game. It's not ours. Let's get the ball down and try and break on them because, yeah, we like to keep the ball and keep it patient. But if we give this team a few moments to get back into shape, they're obviously a lot more difficult to break down. So let's get that ball moving a bit quicker, see if we can get up the pitch a bit quicker. I think that's the only chance we're really going to have to get Timu in behind, if I'm honest. Once they're back, that's going to be very, very difficult. But there you go. What do you think score-wise, Harvey?
Well, in terms of score, I reckon this is... I wanted to say at the start it was going to be a 4-0 thriller. I didn't expect the really impressive Wycombe play. So I am going to revise my prediction to probably a 1-0, and it could go either way.
Yeah, I'm going to go... I think I'm going to have to change mine as well. I was hoping for loads of goals, and that could all change second half. We can get on the cans, but I
that's
think
what you were looking for, isn't it?
Probably exactly. That's what I was hoping for.
But we do have some good news. We have some really good news. I want everyone to hype themselves up because, ladies and gentlemen, we beat our goal. We've got 400 subscribers.
Hey!
So thank you so much.
Yes!
If only we could go for a drink, lads. We could get out again. No, seriously.
Why not?
Yeah.
June 21st. Let's see if we can get to 500, and then we're going to have another drink. We'll owe ourselves 2 drinks.
No, thanks very much for everyone who has subscribed.
Really
who's new, who's not new, who's been throughout, listened to every. If you've watched every single one, then fair play. I know Harvey has for editing purposes, but even he doesn't like doing that. But no, it's been great to kind of. These are great, aren't they? Simply because we're chatting with mates and watching along when we'd love to be at the ground. We can't, obviously, for crappy reasons, but it's just been nice to be able to have everyone in the chat, hasn't it? Really, and have a laugh.
Much, much better than watching it on your own on the sofa, and I can vouch for that. It's much, much more fun.
No, so like you say, it's difficult, isn't it? Because is it enjoyable for everyone? It's like the comments been great, but it's just the main reason is like we're all mates and we're able to chat and watch the football. It's frustrating when it's 0-0 and you can't bloody score against Wycombe.
I much prefer it when there's actually something to react to instead of going, well, the press is looking good.
Yeah, you have to go a little bit sweaty in terms of your football knowledge, don't you? Right, let's try and make it sound more
press.
Just having a look at the odds, lads. We're still massive favourites, put it that way.
That's unsurprising. Tiny133 still saying 2-1 because he thinks we'll go up 1-0 up in the first 10 minutes, and then another further down the line. Ollie says congratulations on the 400. We really appreciate that. And Tiny has a prediction of his own. I don't know if he'd get very good odds on this, but 1,000 by June. Congrats, 400 is class.
That'd be nice.
How many accounts do you want to make?
That'd be lovely.
We say it's not all about the numbers, but when you make that that's a huge amount of people, isn't it? He's trying to think about 400 people, even though in an away ground or at Carrow Road. You think, bloody hell, you could probably fit 400 into that Wycombe ground. Is that small?
Yeah.
Do you think subs at half-time?
Well, I mentioned this last week, and I always think, why do I bother? Because it's not going to happen.
No, it's true, but do you feel like we need a bit of a fresh impetus?
No, I feel like Emi and Pookie and the rest of the team need a bit of a kick up the arse. Come on, lads, remember who you are. We're playing against this lot. Let's have a bit more of a performance, because so far both of them have done nothing, really, to be brutally honest.
Well, who you're playing? You need to be showing that you're better than these and show the top v bottom quality. I think Wycombe will be really happy with what they've done, wouldn't they?
Ollie says, knowing Tiny's probably slapped 50 quid on us going for 1,000 subscribers by June. That is a surefire way to lose 50 quid.
If you just bet the 50 quid at the streamlabs.com, you'll never get it back. But Now it's been one. It's one of those games which you just need to take kind of the ball by the horns, really, don't you?
It is a nice ground, actually. I'm looking at the wide shot. It's a lovely big car park just above the ground.
It's basically in the middle of the field, isn't it?
Yeah.
I've never been to Wycombe. That was one of the grounds I'd like to have gone to this year, just to see what it's like.
Yeah, true. It'd be nice to. I think it would be nice to have that. It would be nice to go up as champions, though. just to. But to be fair, no, in Norwich you'll have a open top bus regardless.
Hey.
More than bloody Newcastle. Oh, you're back, Joe.
Yeah, I thought I'd join you again. No, it's my internet, lads. It's just cut me off.
Internet being dodgy again. And
It's wired as well. I can't really do anymore.
Things are just coming back out as well. It's almost like you're giving a chat to us.
You'd love to see it. Meanwhile, your leaving has sent the cameras absolutely haywire. So
Yeah. What?
It'd be the awkward moment when Harvey leaves and we don't really know.
That's it. That's it. Then.
God, everyone's like, all right, packed up for half time, and then that board.
So
just talk 45 minutes without any communication.
Let's just double check. Can everyone really talk? Because of that, I've no idea if anything works anymore. So Jacob, give us a chat.
I can always talk. Don't worry about that.
And Joe.
Yeah, all good. I think. I'm hoping.
You're fine. No, it's not a Norwich shirt. It's a Borussia Dortmund shirt, but it's a similar colour. So, and hopefully we've now sorted those audio issues out. And Tiny says he's going to give his friends at Bet365 a ring and get some good odds. I think that's 200 to 1, I reckon.
Depends how many clubs Max Aaron's linked with and BUENDIA linked with. Yeah. Wait for those views, baby. Those sweet views.
Here we go. On that note, if you haven't checked out our Max Aaron's video, have a quick look. It's not really us saying, oh, he's going. Delia's already said that, basically. But, yeah, just go and have a look at that. We talk about the clubs he could possibly go to and what his options are, basically. Cause
I had a really funny comment about that from an older gentleman. And it was like, why are you making these videos? And we're like, they're interesting, you know. Everyone debates it. If you're in the pub, you'd be talking about, oh, is Max Aaron's going to go? We just like to publish them on YouTube, you know. Yeah. It's funny though. That's probably the only negative comment we've ever had from a Norwich fan in terms of why you make those kind of videos. But it's just the way of the world.
To be fair, they're not really aimed at Norwich fans. They're sort of Norwich fans are privy to all this knowledge, and so we make those videos to sort of sum up Aaron's in one video, but also to sum up Aaron's for other people who have no experience of Max Aaron's play. So
when those boys move on, we'll make the videos of like kind of lauding him and be able to happily speak about his career, because this is a lad who, again, today he's played really well and he's going to go on to the very, very top, isn't he? It's just you kind of try and got to take the emotion out of it sometimes, because we make absolutely no difference to what happens. And
also on a well, it's a pretty basic level, but it's YouTube. We've got 1,000 views in 24 hours. Like, that's why we're doing it. Like, that's just how this works, lads. Like, come on, we're not trying to flog our own players. Bloody hell.
St. Tony 4 says, we don't play Barcelona. We need this win. Come on, lads. Let's get on with it. Go Norwich.
Let's get on with it, indeed. We are underway, by the way. Probably should have mentioned that. Just ticking over 47 minutes. Not a lot happened so far. Stockdale with another long punt upfield. Guess who's won that one? Ikpezu again. That looked offside to me. Yeah, line. Just get the ball down, lads.
He's drifting. He's drifting in behind, in front of that little gap between the defence and the midfield. Now it pays him. So if Hanley goes up tight to him, there's a massive gap in behind, which is quite interesting, because if he wins that flick on, there's a third man run.
Trouble.
Then you actually just at Ben Gibson. So he knows what he's doing for sure, doesn't he, Paisley?
Certainly does. He knows how to put himself about. That's poor from Vrancic there. Just trying to find a ball over the top, but I don't really know who to, because Pookie wasn't there. But here we go. Kenny with it, sort of centre circle area, trying to penetrate through the lines. Done quite well, actually. Found Max on the right. He's got a ball into the box. Good cross. Oh, great header from, I think, Grimmer, because Hernandez was stood right behind him with a free header.
Ooh,
Tell you what, doing this makes you just think how good a job Chris Gorham does. Like, how he's so like it's so hard. You can have a go. Yeah, by all means, have a go.
Pookie collects it on the edge of the area, sends it out to the right.
Oh,
he sends it round.
Oh,
he's missed a free header. Oh no, Hernandez.
Oh.
As soon as I tried to do the commentating, my stream cut out, so that was.
Oh, what an opportunity!
So Max
Aaron beats his man. Does well not to go down under the pressure from the fullback. Whips it back to Onel Hernandez.
It's a free header.
It's a free header, 8 yards out. Yeah, 8 yards out.
He's missed the target, lads. That's
and he's
not great.
Oh my god! I mean, that's so far wide. Oh my god!
Come on, lads.
How's he missed? How's he missed?
Well, just to miss the target, at least challenge Stockdale. He's done
the right thing in terms of head the ball across.
50p head.
But that is what an opportunity.
He's got a Toblerone head.
Yeah.
What an opportunity that is.
Whose ankle is that? Aaron's? I don't like that. He's got that strapped up quite heavily.
He's had that knocked quite a few times this year, hasn't he, Max? And again, along with Ollie Skip, has started every championship game.
He doesn't look... I mean, he's not limping, but he doesn't look particularly comfortable.
What do you think make of that? I obviously love Barley Member, but they don't back him enough yet, do they?
No, but I don't really think they can back him with Aaron's in the team. Let's be honest. Having Max Aaron's is like a bonus, isn't it?
I mean, in terms of like, we're just speculating here, but if you've got like a 70% fit Max Aaron's, do you not play Barley Member? This conversation really more than me trying to say he should be playing.
Goal, Pookie. Cross has come in from...
Make sure you video that, Joe. I haven't seen it yet.
Sure. Tell me.
Buendia ball in. Timu Pookie. Deflection.
Takes in there.
That is a big goal.
Impressive.
That's a huge goal.
So well needed, that goal, because that is going to lift such a pressure off that Norwich team. Now they can sort of play.
Only mine and Harvey's stream was slightly quicker. We've been able to react in sync.
I had the chat reacting before we'd seen it. So
what a huge goal that is. Talking about Max Aaron's, of course he's better. Lovely little ball.
He runs on. He's been kept onside. He has a foot like a traction engine. Bang. That's all he needs.
Timu Pookie, 12 yards out, takes a deflection. Keeper will be disappointed, I would say, wouldn't you say, Harvey?
He's got a foot like a traction engine.
It's taking a deflection. The deflection makes the difference there, doesn't it? That's the first time Timu Pookie's been able to get in on goal. And that's number 18 for the season?
17 or 18. He's getting towards 20 now. 18.
Now we know what happens next. Get it down, you Joe.
Oh, yeah. Cheers. In all that, I've forgotten about this. If you're crawling with us
Here we
today,
go.
Jacob,
Here we
I don't know if you
Norwich now feeling confident. Emi Buendia getting fouled by David Wheeler. Norwich looking more confident. Send that to me when you can, Joe.
I was then going to ask what one is it going out on. I'll send it to you.
Yeah.
Hush, hush.
I don't know what you mean. I don't know what Norwich City goals is.
Hush.
Just ignore me. Pretend you didn't hear it. There you go. Group chat.
If you look at that, it looks like Wheeler just pelvic thrusted Buendia's face and then kneed him on the top of the head.
Right. Happy days then, lads. 1-0. Nice early goal in the first 5 minutes of the second half. Happy days.
It's funny how we talk about Max and he sets it to Emi. Good ball in for Buendia.
That's 10 assists in the league, I think, now.
That's the difference with Timu, isn't it? That movement.
Yeah. What he didn't do the first half.
Yeah, you're right, Joe. Sorry. Yeah, I think it's 10, 11 assists now, which, yeah. That's good from him, though, because in these kind of games, you'd say he was getting frustrated and then he'd kick out or do something stupid.
Oh, Hernandez in here, tries to dink the keeper. Got it so wrong. So wrong. Bad finish.
James asks, what are you drinking again, Joe? Just quickly.
Same, just the same. I've just got a crate of Moretti.
Can we talk about that Onel chance? Lovely ball into Vrancic, who clips it over the top.
Wrong foot, everything. It was awful.
Again, we get more room there now, aren't we? Skipping to Vrancic. Oh no, what an opportunity that is.
He's gone to lift the ball over the keeper with the outside of his right foot when really he probably should have put his laces through it with his left. But
again, we're getting opportunities. Onel's had 2 in this half. Timu scored 1. And like we were saying at half time, the press was subsiding and Norwich are looking confident now, aren't we?
We are. It's crazy how much difference a goal makes. I wonder what would have happened had we scored that free kick. I wonder if we'd just have sort of been in cruise control and 2-0 up. But let's see what we do now.
It'd be interesting to see how Wycombe respond to this, because they've been playing a game that was mainly on restricting Norwich. But now they need to play that 20% higher.
Have to open up,
goal.
And at the minute, with Norwich playing like this, the game will turn into a lull. Norwich are dominant, aren't they?
Sure.
Can we keep these crosses low, ideally, lads? Because I can't see us winning a header.
Timu Pukki is banging form, isn't he?
He is. I mean, I'm still sticking to that he had a poor first half, and that was mainly due down to Wycombe. But he is in very good form at the minute. Yeah. How long until he gets 20 goals, Jacob? What do you reckon? Brentford on Wednesday night? That'd be nice, wouldn't it? Hat trick, and 2 goals even. It's
going to be. We'll talk about it after this one, but that's the biggest game of the season, isn't it?
Yeah, that's.
You win that, and realistically, you're up.
Yeah, that's very tasty. Very tasty.
Tiny133 has donated $20, saying, "Here's to 1,000 subs. Roll on the Premiership."
Top man.
Cheers, Stu. Bloody hell, got your wallet out again, my man. Thank you. Genuinely, Stu. Thanks, mate.
Really appreciate it.
We owe you a beer.
Yeah.
Or 4.
Here we go then. Hernandez almost through. Couple of defenders running back after him. Cuts inside onto his right foot. Finds BUENDIA at the far post and he's blazed it over. Again, really bad finish. That's got to go in.
Isn't it? Onel does really well actually there. Oh, it's got to go in, Joe.
Emmy's having a shocker here, lads.
You have to have that one.
The amount we're opening them up now is actually wonderful to watch. You know, the speed of play is so much quicker. We're winning the second ball.
That's such a tap in almost. It's not
brilliant play from Kenny McLean to go past 3 players, win the ball. Onel,
but it's surely easier to get that on target than not.
Once Onel cuts in, and the composure is wonderful from him. Emmy is free again, 8 yards out, and he blazes it over. If he takes a touch onto his right, pings it in, it's a goal.
Exactly.
All from him.
It's not quite a tap in.
Craig says game over. Should be game over, but
no, spot on, Craigs. Spot on.
It's not a tap in. The keeper's still there to be beaten, but I mean,
oh no!
I would have fancied it, to be honest.
It's more difficult than more easy, than the Timu chance.
Yes, yeah, it was much easier actually.
And
who's that flying in on Vrancic?
And again, whilst I can see us, that's a naughty challenge.
That's a yellow.
Yeah, it's a yellow card.
Frank, very late.
They're getting more like that now, aren't they? They look very leggy, actually, Wycombe, even for the first 10 minutes. And Norwich's play is much better. Much, much better.
A goal has delivered a huge amount of confidence.
It does look that way, doesn't it?
No, yeah, I completely agree. And to be fair, I don't know. I think it helps with Wycombe dropping off a little bit more. The press isn't as high, and to be fair, with this tactic that Wycombe have, which is get it up to Vic Page to win the second ball, if you've got the ball and you're playing progressive football, it doesn't matter, does it? Brilliant. We're just watching a Chances Emmy one again. McLean, wonderful ball, really well played from him. Onel cutting in from the left into the box, lays it back, and
you have to finish them.
It's a sitter, isn't it? It's an absolute sitter. And he's been better at that this year, hasn't he? He hasn't really missed as many chances as he did in the Premier League, but that is, we should be talking about a 2-3-0 lead now and just comfortable for the rest of the game. Joe on his way to being drunk.
Yeah, that's what I was hoping for. But there you go. Never mind. Football's more important. Matt Aaron with a chance. Corner. Say it again, Jacob.
Need this second goal now, don't you?
We
Buendia
do, yeah.
is getting a lot more influence. A lot more influence into the game.
Yeah.
They're not getting as tight. Obita's just injured his ankle there, blocking it.
How many times do you reckon Max Aarons has won us a corner this season?
More than
NCFC
most.
Get on it.
Yeah, tagging NCFC numbers, he'll probably know.
I'd love to see that spreadsheet of his. Would love to see it. Must go back decades.
Yeah, you think we know quite a bit about Norwich, but in comparison, Jesus.
Yeah,
It's night and day, isn't it?
yeah. Ridiculous play.
But second half, first 13, 12, now 13 minutes gone. So much better from Norwich.
Yeah.
Even from probably the first 3-4 minutes where it was a bit nothing. We had that O'Neill chance.
Ooh, Gibson
And then
header.
Scores.
Difficult chance. Goal kick.
Opportunity that.
It's a long header, isn't it? He's tried to find that far post, and the ball's going to have to travel about 12
He's trying to
yards.
knock that, not almost try and score, but knock it as well. If there's a touch,
Knock it
helps.
across the keeper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But there wasn't really anything on the cross in terms of power, was there? It was quite
Sky have just put up a EMI BUENDIA touch map. He's so central, isn't he? For someone that plays out wide, he doesn't. But his touches are like a number 10.
And against this kind of level of player, this is what you need him to do, isn't it?
Yeah.
Show his influence.
Absolutely.
I wonder if BUENDIA is that answer to the number 10, but they just play him out on the right for.
I think he likes that freedom, you know. I think he gets too frustrated being just central all the time. I think the way he likes to drift
Confuses the opposition as well, doesn't it?
gives Max also that freedom on the right-hand side, doesn't it, to get forward.
Yeah, opens the space.
He can
Assist
play there, though,
goals.
without doubt. He plays there when we play 5 at the back, doesn't he?
So that is the 7th time this season BUENDIA has assisted Timu Pukki, the highest combination in the league. No one else in the league has combined that many times.
Where have you found that one out?
Sky.
Excellent.
Really late challenge. Looks like it's going to be another yellow.
Another Wycombe player in the book.
Yeah,
That's
McCleary.
the second or third yellow.
Really late
Janulis
challenge.
has gone down there, but that's fine. Well, no, I think he did get clattered with his studs, in fairness. Yeah, probably did.
Tom Croy has donated $13.92, saying yellows.
Cheers, Tom.
Thank you very much.
Wow, thank you very much.
He's a Liverpool fan, is Tom Roy. So he's been sulking for the last few weeks, which is nice. I'm only joking, Tom.
That's what you get for your donation.
Yeah, Joe taking the piss.
Nice
That's
one,
what we're
Joe.
here for. No, genuinely, Tom. Cheers, man. Very kind. An hour gone here. I would like that second goal, Jacob. You're right about that. I just feel a lot more comfortable.
No, and this is a poor Wycombe team, isn't it? Once you get past that initial press, in terms of compared to our quality, I think they've done really well to compete with us.
Really impressive.
O'Neill, nice little ball to Skippy, Buendia rather. Just a bit of
Just
nothing.
a bit.
Yeah. Do you say that was the best partnership in the Championship or the Football League, Joe?
I think the stat that was up was Championship, mate.
So Championship.
It's got nothing on Son and Kane there, is it?
No, that's a good point actually. But I tell you what, those two, you've needed that partnership as well because, to be fair, Timu Pukki getting 18 goals, he's probably missing the guy that makes him tick the most in Stiepermann, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, I absolutely agree. I knew that's what you were going to say as soon as you started that sentence. He does. That season, they were a ridiculous combo, weren't they?
No,
Stiepermann on the turn, put him through, goal.
I think you're getting more of that with EMI. It's just different because he's slightly wider, isn't it? And,
Yeah.
but there is that. I remember Leicester away. That one
Chance
where
for Janulis, far post, blocked. Carry on, Jacob. Go on, mate.
now EMI's getting a lot more of influence in this game now, isn't he?
Yeah,
They
great.
can't pick him up as much. Janulis,
Rare.
it's just a
That's
poor
not
touch, isn't it? Good block
Yeah.
from McCleary.
Wycombe free kick on the halfway line here. Looked a bit soft, but I haven't seen it back yet.
Skips probably just about enough over him. They had a good chance for a counter attack there. To be fair, they're probably not happy that the referee's blown up.
Who's this? No, yeah, probably fouled him. Skippy.
just probably got to him. Mehmeti again, like the comment was saying earlier, that he's been very impressive actually.
Yes, and we let him go.
Classic.
These are you can say a lot about a lot of teams they got, or a lot of players who.
Yeah, and I quite like it as well. To be fair, if we're sort of letting go of lads that are churning out championship careers for themselves, or forging at least a season in the championship, that's a pretty good sign, I think, for the academy.
You'll see this a lot as well, though. Like you say, with a lot of the youth players, like that goal from the youth team the other day, they will be good footballers, just maybe not in the Championship Premier League gap where we are currently, you know?
Yeah.
Like you say, not like look at Carlton Morris at Barnsley. There's nothing better than seeing him have a really good run, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't believe, because you didn't really, I mean, when he went, Carlton Morris, we were sort of like, yeah, Ikpeazu's gone close to the bicycle kick there, just over Tim Krul's bar.
All from another long throw as well.
You see that
someone needs to clatter him.
It's that first and second ball, isn't it? Which is the issue there. That's a really good effort, actually. To be fair.
Kenny and Gibson on him, and he's still got to the ball.
Well, Ali wins the first one. We're not out to that second ball whatsoever.
No.
Winter puts it back in, and Ikpeazu. He's not far away at all there, is he?
That would have been a class goal.
I can feel it
This
coming
is what I mean by the second goal. You don't want to give those.
Yeah.
A lot of those Wycombe goals are from those areas, like we were saying in the first half. If they don't win the first one, they'll win the second one. That's where we need to be a lot smarter. There's 3 men on the Wycombe, edge of the Norwich box where, come on, we need to be a lot tighter than that. No point giving away a silly goal.
Yeah.
All down the line from Aaron's trying to find Kenny with the overlap. Kenny's had a good game today. He's put himself in a lot of positions, doing a lot of work for the team, covering other runs or doing a third run to take a player away.
Would have capped it off with that goal in the first half, wouldn't it? If he'd finished that opportunity, which he dragged wide. But no, he's really taken that mantelpiece this year for me, when he's come back in from injury. Because, Lucas Rupp started the season really well alongside Ollie Skipp. I think Kenny's looked at it and gone, I want this position to be mine. Yeah. He played so many games last year, didn't he? Daniel Farker clearly trusts him. Would you say a Rupp McLean double act next season is the one, Joe, or do we need someone else in there?
No, I would say with 100% confidence we need someone else. I like Kenny. I just want someone who's a lot like Ollie Skipp, if I'm honest with you.
Do you not think Rupp's that player?
I suppose we should give him the chance, because he's quite flexible in midfield, isn't he? Like, he will carry out a number of roles higher up the pitch if he needs to, but he is definitely better at sort of the Skipp role. But he's never going to be as good as Ollie Skipp, Jacob, and I don't think he would be good enough to cement us in the Premier League. Do you?
I think
you're honest.
I think the thing with Rupp is he'll be good alongside a top player rather than be the top player.
Yeah, he won't be the top. Yeah,
which is why squad rotation for him is the key figure, really, isn't it? I think he's really, really kind of shown what he's good at this season, and a lot of unnecessary criticism was given. Oh, Scott Cash. Oh, there's Joe Jacobson, who looks to be coming on. Like I say, this is a good opportunity for him to. He's probably looked at this Norwich team and gone, set piece wise, there's a chance there. And like I say, he will he scores from corners on the regular. So if you want to bet on that, if there's a chance for a left-footed in-swinger, the only problem with him is the other way. He's probably, I think he's 35, 34 now. That lack of pace will be an issue.
This Adams Park here, I can only see one side of it. Obviously, the TV cameras are. I can only see the light side of it, but it seems to just be in the middle of a few fields with a car park.
Yeah, we were saying that at half time. Just looking back at that Timu Puka goal, really good play from Max. Emi cuts it back. And Timu, he's confident when he's hitting those first time. And he gets the luck with the deflection. It beats the keeper. If he doesn't get the deflection, it doesn't go in. But he deserves that luck for his genius movement. No one's even near him. It's just drop back. He knows exactly where Emi's going to play it. He's a top player, isn't he?
Just to confirm, that was Joe Jacobson coming on. He's come on for Jordan Obita at left back by the looks of it for Wycombe.
Yeah, he got that knock on the ankle when he blocked Max Aaron's shot.
Is that Mehmeti coming off? That's a bit of a shame. Mehmeti off, Daryl Horgan on. He's a bit more of a sort of winger inside forward, isn't he? Daryl Horgan coming over from League of Ireland. Yeah,
played for Preston at this level, and to be fair, he's looked quite bright when I've seen him play. He's quick. Very quick and very direct. I think Wycombe are probably looking at that now and going, if he's got the opportunity to go for scraps, then he's going to really be able to offer that.
McCleary off for Scott Cashcott as well. That's triple sub from Wycombe, which is interesting.
Scored in the first game against us, didn't he? Where he kind of pounced on that Gibson-Hanley mistake. And again, he's done well this season in terms of, I think he's Wycombe's top goal scorer.
So we will see no Akin
fourth sub? Is this a fourth sub? Or are we done now, Gareth?
I think he's probably looking at that midfield and going, we've been
overrun.
Tired. Yeah, overrun. Yeah. We look tired.
So that's Dominic Gape for Nnamdi Offerbor, who I don't know if he's on loan, but he was at Bournemouth last season.
Oh, for some reason, both of your cameras have just gone.
What, complete blackout?
Yeah.
I don't know. I can't help you with that one, but.
It's going to be 2 secs, everybody. I have no idea what happened there.
22 minutes to go now. Probably a bit of added time as well for all of the subs and everything. But whilst Norwich had a really good couple of opportunities, Pookie finds BUENDIA, edge of the box, cuts it back again. Ooh, opportunity throw now. Just can't get the ball. 22 minutes to go. Wycombe have shown in the last couple of minutes that they're not out of it completely, are they? If we kind of...
It'd be interesting to see what their shape is now, Jake, with those 4 subs.
I think they're going to look a lot more lively again as well, like that first half where they
Yep, I'm on it. That's bizarre. These cameras are going wild. This is... My apologies, everybody. This is mental. Right.
Ikepezu's gone down. I've just got my hair at the minute. Yeah.
You're not tripping out if you're watching a lot.
Adjust your TV sets. It's definitely my fault.
Come on, lads. Let's have a second. See if we can finish this lot off.
What was your score prediction? 3-1, wasn't it, Joe? You go change that till 20 minutes ago, or?
Yeah, I'm gonna. At half time, I said 1-0 Norwich, so I might as well stick to that for now. Which is a shame because we quite fancy.
I look at this game as another goal in it. Onyedinma's coming forward here, goes past Grant Hanley. Skippy just. If he goes under contact, if he puts his leg out there, Onyedinma, he gets a free kick.
As long as Timmy Krul keeps coming for those crosses like that, we should be all right.
I'd like a second just to make me feel a little bit more comfortable. Like you say, Krul's done well there. It's poor overhit cross.
Mario absolutely dictating the middle third of the pitch, which is lovely to see.
Joe's mullet across all 3 screens was a treat. Well,
it is a mullet at the minute. Normally this is all faded. The back. It's actually disgusting. I shouldn't really be live on YouTube, to be honest. There you go.
And Sentoni4 says, as long as we win today, everything's fine. We appreciate that.
Just about grinding out those results now.
That's it, innit? And like we were saying, Joe, I think you nipped out 10 points clear of third if you win today.
Yeah, happy days. I know Swansea have still got those 2 games in hand, but they can't catch us now, can they? So, come on.
Grant Hanley, lovely little bit of shimmy past Scott Cashcott there. No, I think they'll be, if they win both their games in hand, I think it's 2 points behind us, which is great.
Just seen Conrad's comment on the chat. 1 beer and Joe's lost all decorum about waiting for the other streams to catch up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, he's spot on. I'm trying to play it as when Joe commentates, like, oh yeah, chance. Haven't seen it yet.
Haven't seen it in a
I'll let you do the
there from was that Daryl Horgan? I think it was. It's good.
Yeah.
Yes, it was.
It's quite good to be like the ball's in the middle of the park. Nothing's really happening, and Joe just goes, "Oh!" and then suddenly like, "Oh, I better watch."
This is going to happen.
Yeah. I'll let you two do the comms. I'll stay quiet. Which would be interesting if we score, but there you go. BUENDIA on the corner. I'm taking it you two have got that now.
Yeah, this is going to be a good opportunity.
I was free kick even, sorry. What the fuck am I about?
He needs to improve this side of his game, doesn't he?
His set piece delivery.
Yeah.
I don't know why he's taking it with Mario on. I know we want to right footer in that position.
Well, right footer in swinger, isn't it, I guess. Again.
See, here comes Emmy's yellow, I think. If you did put money on it, I think you're about to be able to cash out. He's laughing at the ref. Literally, he's looked at him and gone, ha!
It's a yellow, though, isn't it?
Yellow, yeah. Yellow card.
Silly. And if you've put money on that, fair play.
Yeah.
Because it's been coming for the last 40 minutes.
Farker wasn't particularly happy.
And we did say he'd get a goal and get a yellow card, Joe. Can we count as an assist, really? Goal contribution?
No, let's see him hit the back of the net, because then he's on the double-double, isn't he?
Shouldn't he?
Well, he's had plenty of opportunities to do
It's just such a silly foul, because you could tell he's meant to hit him there. Leg to shin to shin. And again, you just give a silly opportunity away. For me, I know it's probably quite difficult in terms of keeping him on as the influential player. Do you take him off now? You just don't want another stupid, especially for Brentford.
Yeah, actually, just one word has swayed me there.
In the first header, little flick on.
As soon as you said Brentford, I thought, yep, let's get him off. We can't do that without him. We can't.
Well, you look at the difference between Swansea when we played them and just... Especially, could you imagine without Todd as well, who's a doubt?
Yeah, no, not happening. So
you've got no real ball carriers there, have you? O'Neill aside, who is inconsistent with his kind of...
Let's knock one in now and sub him. Max Aaron's trying to get a ball into the box there, deflected out for a Norwich throw, just about in the final third of the...
Gibson getting forward, though, is really key, isn't it, in the second half?
Yeah, it's worked well so far.
They've allowed him to, haven't they? Allowed that progressive pass to get forward because they're just more tired.
I suppose they are leggy now, but their approach in the first half was, not a million miles from what they're doing now, but it was a lot more effective.
They were stopping Gibson getting in, weren't they? Stopping Gibson making that productive pass to the left back, rather than.
It looked very foul-throwly.
Behind him, like we said the other day, any professional footballer who does a foul throw has to be fined 2 weeks' wages.
Yeah. Grant Hanley with another goal.
Throw in. For God's sake, Max.
That could have just knocked like
a wonderful dive. How was 5'6" Scott Cashcott just knocked down 6'3" Grant Hanley?
Because Hanley's looking for it. He's brilliant at it. He's always diving, Grant Hanley. You think he's this big burly Scotsman. He's always on his arse.
Cashcott's then dived from minimal contact from Hanley, who is now laughing at him. Brilliant. Wonderful.
I haven't ever seen Grant Hanley in the flesh, but I'd love to. I reckon he's an absolute unit.
Are you talking about the same thing, Joe? Or...
No, because you know when you see footballers in person and you think, Jesus, they're actually huge. I reckon, like Angus Gunn, I saw him once and was like, bloody hell. I reckon Grant Hanley's a tank.
John Ruddy is, I'm only wee, but bloody hell, John Ruddy was huge.
I remember like when we went up to the Premier League and when he was on my side of the pitch when I was watching, all you could hear was him. Even if it was all on the ball City, you could still hear Ruddy. Ow, ow. It's like, bloody hell.
It's a shame he doesn't really play anymore, isn't it? It's at Wolves still, isn't
it? Yeah, he's obviously played that.
Ball over the top for Cashcott here. It's okay.
Well,
I'll let you catch up.
Hang on, let's have a look. Oh, ball over the top for Cashcott here.
I think it'll be all right, Harvey.
It's fine. Don't worry about
it. Good opportunity. Stop it. And that's all it takes, isn't it? Again, the flick on or the silly bounce that you allow.
Gibson's just about done enough there to force it over the bar, but
he should be doing better. But again, that's with Hanley getting so tight is what I meant, mate. Like, you're only against Gibson then, aren't you?
Yeah.
If you don't win that first header, which you need to be a little bit smarter in terms of, okay, let's drop back then.
Wycombe manager hanging on his hair there.
Yeah. Looks like he should work in HMV or something, an absolute stinker BO. Or game, definitely.
No
he does the midnight releases.
Don't you think he should be working at CEX and offering like dodgy discounts for like?
I can see that.
He offered to buy a PlayStation off me for 600 quid.
Yeah.
Come on, Emmy, let's see you do something now. Come on.
Which doesn't involve being sent off.
Yeah. Norwich just playing it around sort of middle third here. Quite patient. We've obviously got one eye on the clock. Max Aarons' positioning today seems to be very free roam. Like, he's popping up all over the top. He's on the left side now. He's just central.
I think it helps when, like we're saying, in terms of they're not the quickest on the break, really, are they, Wycombe?
No, we can get back, yeah.
We are going fully forward. O'Neill offside, poor.
They're hunting down that second goal. Quite a way off my prediction there.
Yeah, I was miles up.
I think for me, you've got to make a couple of substitutions now. A, wind down the clock. B, just freshen up a little bit. You know, Wycombe have made all of their substitutions, 10 minutes ago now, and you just think so it has made a difference in the game, hasn't it? They look a lot fresher. And you just think, freshen up that midfield, or tighten it up, Tete, Rupp, either or from probably Mario.
I would like to see BUENDIA come off just to protect him.
Do you know? I don't know if it will ever happen, lads. I hope it does. I really hope it does. I'd love to get Daniel Farker on this channel, and I would love to ask him why does he make late subs like he does. Like, he must have a good reason. I just love to know the thinking behind it.
I think he must back the fitness of his side.
Yeah,
but I do completely agree. Like, you look at it, Brentford's on Wednesday, played a day extra, or day later rather. You just think Jacobson, that's what I was saying about Jacobson whipping it in. He does love to put it under the goalkeeper.
Well, if you want to see Daniel Farker on this channel, tweet at him.
You'll have hard work. You haven't got Twitter.
I just tweet at the club then for a laugh.
Yeah, just at the admin. I'd say get him on CanaryCast for God's sake.
You'll probably see him.
Well played there by Tim Krul, punching that ball away. They are going to try and get those scrappy second balls now, aren't they, Wycombe? The last 10 minutes is just going to be quite an ugly game.
10 minutes remaining of normal time. I expect we'll have 2 or 3 minutes stoppage time, but so far so good. I would like a second goal, like we've all said.
BUENDIA closing down, Stockdale there.
Either coming on.
Those ones can go anywhere, really, can't they?
I would imagine that's for Timu.
O'Neill's done very well to last 80 minutes, by the way.
Yeah, he has. I don't know how, because didn't Daniel Fogg say in his press conference that he was a doubt? Dead leg.
Yeah, dead leg on, I think it was Wednesday or something. He didn't really train much, but he said the same about Gibson, who, again, has done really well to last the match. And to be fair, it's been good that Hanley's kind of taken that role of, right, I'm going up against Ikpeazu.
I didn't fancy Gibson to start. I thought maybe he'd save him for Brentford, but then I suppose
silly foul from Janulis against Kashket, who's a bit trickier.
We've got Lucas coming
well.
as well.
I suppose then you've got Gibson playing on. Well, he wouldn't have played for 3 weeks, 4 weeks. So I suppose he wants him back up to.
No, it was only.
What's he missed? 3 games, 4 games?
I think it's only a couple, mate.
Oh, okay. I'm getting ahead of
It's
myself.
only been about a week. Remember, the championship was about 10 games in space of 10 days.
Just blurs into one, doesn't it? We've been at it since September?
March.
Ball in for Wycombe here.
Jacobson,
First man.
Set piece.
Sorry, lads, I'll shut up on the comms.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah, innit?
That's all right. Nor rather you say it first. It's poor ball, isn't it?
Oh,
really?
shit. Okay, it's okay.
I'll be quite on the call. Shit!
Useless, lads.
Good opportunity there. A better side up front would have captured.
One lofted through ball from the goalkeeper up to Stewart, and wow, one touch away from being 1-1 there. Big opportunity for Wycombe. Kenny McLean trying to find Timu. The subs have made a big difference for Wycombe, haven't they?
Really.
Big difference.
Sentoni in the chat just saying Wycombe done all 5 of their subs at once. I think it was 4. It could have been 5, but yeah, they proper went for a mix-up.
Well, it's a freshen up as well, isn't it? And it's worked. Like Gareth Ainsworth, fair play to him. He's got more legs in that midfield, and to be fair to them, they've done exactly what they did in the first half in terms of pushing high again.
Really tough press for Norwich to handle now, and against a team that is. Have there been any changes? I haven't seen any.
Not Norwich.
A legsy team now.
I think Paisley bullying Hanley, cheap corner to give away. But no, we're letting them grow into it, which is frustrating because I can see a scrappy goal coming here. It's all right if you 2-0 up, you can invite this pressure, but
it does. It feels like there's another goal in it, really, doesn't it?
Yeah, no, I completely agree. If we win this 1-0, we've done well, but I think we can get a chance, to be honest.
Yeah, especially with these.
The confidence from the
corners.
goal has completely waned. Because immediately after the goal, Norwich looked really impressive, and that's completely gone. It's right back to how we were in the first half.
Gibson got a hold of plenty of shirts in there. Seemed to
Talking
get away
of
with
shirts, if you want to get a random shirt on Tops Football, you can use the code CC20 and get 10% off.
It's also looking very warm out there today. Talk about warm. For wood burners.
Don't really need one.
Check the website below. You can get a free quote for that. Harvey, like we said, is definitely going to be on that. Any homeowner, very handy. Great prices. Fit all wood burners in and around Norfolk. Great people to have helped support the channel today, which is much appreciated.
Great segue in, lads. Brilliant segues there, both of you.
Thank you.
Perfectly fine. Jacob got a really nice Granada shirt, and you can get one too. So.
Adam Eda's on here, lads.
I think added height as well. I'm surprised Hugo's not come on yet.
Lucas Rupp as well is on. I'd tell you who went off, but I didn't see it. Anyone else see it?
Hernandez.
Makes sense. Adam on the left-hand side. Lucas Rupp will again be in the middle, which adds a little bit of fresh legs for Vrancic, who again has done bloody well to last 84 minutes and not really look waney.
He could treat himself to a cigar.
It's about game management now, isn't it, for Norwich?
Yeah, very much so.
To go. Horgan's trying to... It's all about the little scrappy second balls.
It's all in our half now as well, isn't it?
Yeah, they've pushed up again, haven't they, Wycombe? They've been able to with the fresh legs.
2 on another... No, we've only made 2 subs. It's 85 minutes. They've made 4 subs, Daniel. Can you put... Oh, I never get it. I'd love to ask him.
What would you change?
No, I'm literally just saying because they've got 4 sets of fresh legs on him. Chance it. Saved him, Cruel.
And he's losing that, isn't he? Losing that battle now.
No, I just think they've got 4 sets, maybe 5 sets of fresh legs on now. I just think that's an advantage, Daniel. Come on, ring the change.
Isn't it, for Horgan?
Even if you just match it up positionally and just get fresh legs on those fresh players, but
winning those second balls, and they'll be proud of their performance today, Wycombe. Without a shadow of a doubt, they've had a really good chance in the first half with Metti. Norwich had that probably 20-minute spell start the second half where we showed our dominance. Should be 3-4 up, to be honest, with the chances we had. But now
equally Wycombe have had some really good chances, and if they'd have put them away, they could easily be 2 up.
No, I think they probably had one glorious chance. A couple of missed touches, good ball there from
Is that handball or chested out?
Oh, that's interesting.
Eda with a left-footed attempt. Usually he cuts back onto his left there, lad, so that's good to see.
It's interesting he's playing on the wing as well.
Yeah.
Chested out.
I see what you mean there, though, Harvey. It did look like a handball, but no, it's good
pushed it out.
Good corner.
I'll
wait.
We scored.
Anything could happen here. Anything could happen. Good God, it's a goal! Who would have thought?
Yes! Get it!
2-0.
Oh, it's Adam Eda, yes!
Right, lads, that'll do. Lovely. Shut up shop.
Get that on the phone, please, Joseph. Brilliant. And I'm surprised that we've got that from a corner, you know, because normally
Well, it wasn't a textbook corner. It was pretty scrappy.
I tell you what, we have done well there though, and Kenny McLean in particular actually gets to that front post.
Yeah.
Too many pies for Stockdale there.
Yeah, lucky for Stockdale. Kenny McLean gets the flick. I think it's taken a little deflection. Stockdale saves, and Eda's there, as all good forwards are, in the penalty area to tap home.
Not an amazing delivery. That was very low.
No, I tell you what the difference is, and I've been crying out for this for about 10 to 15 years, is bloody get someone in at the front stick there.
Since you were 6.
Even if it's be a poor delivery, make sure you get the flick on. And Eda, with his second goal of the season, brilliant. Really, really big goal that. Just makes it a lot more comfortable.
Poacher's effort, that, lads. He's in the right place, right time.
Yeah. No, without a shadow of a doubt.
It's 2-0.
And that's game over.
And I'm on a beer. Happy days. We did get a bit of a drink in the end.
2 more goals. 2 more goals. 2 more goals.
No, that just makes it just so much more comfortable now, doesn't it? There's no need for anything really silly now. We're comfortable 2-1, 2-0. I'm thinking 2-1.
Let's go home. Shut up shop.
We're already home.
This is where you're singing Wycombe's a shithole, I want to go home. The game's won.
Good ball.
You're just there to wind up then.
Eda's made a difference, and so is Lucas Ripson's coming on, which makes you ask the question, why were they not on earlier?
We need to somehow wangle being able to ask him that, lads, because I've never got it. I still don't get it. Been thinking about it for months, and I just don't. I don't get it.
I think if you are so inclined, you can scroll back to our first podcast, and I genuinely think there's a mention of the late subs in there.
Probably.
And probably zonal marking.
Those are your frustrations, aren't they? But then, to be fair, as no stereotype.
Sorry, Jake, while the stats up, EMI BUENDIA is first in literally all the creative stats, and he hasn't even played well.
Yeah, he's a special player, isn't he? When, like you say, if he's not even probably at his top level, he's worked hard though, hasn't he? He kept going. Goal is epitomises him, the Timu Pukki one. He wins it back, battles against the defender. We've seen a silly couple of fouls really, and but like you say, Joe, the pros outweigh the negatives with him, don't they? Without a shadow of a doubt.
Yeah, 100%. You can put up with it. Put up with a couple of reds a season for that.
A couple of reds a season. Well, if you want a couple of reds a season, head over to Tops for now.
Red, fire, wood burners, Norfolk.
God. Header at the... no, it's okay.
It's nice to see Adam Eda score, though, isn't it?
It is. He did need one. We did feel that he was stagnating a bit. And yeah, all right, it's an absolute tap-in, but it's good to see him on the score sheet. Looks like Jacob Sorensen and Puerta is coming on. I still feel
like Eda, he has to get out on low. I feel sorry for Jacob Sorensen, actually. No, he's been brilliant at left back, and then since Dimi Giannoulis has come in, apart from the Swansea game, of course, Jacob's not found himself kind of on the bench, hasn't he?
EMI coming off, Jacob. You got your wish, mate.
Just make sure he doesn't get sent off.
He's just
on the way off.
He's not happy though, is he? He's not happy with being subbed off, and I like that from a player. Yeah.
But
the game's done. The game's won.
Close to being sent off. But Joe's favourite player, Plenishan Pacheta, is on.
See what he can do. Let's just see something from you. Come on, just do something.
And you've got plenty of time to do it.
Well, yeah, just about
3.5 minutes.
You've got any time to do anything, really.
And Ollie skips off as well for Sorensen.
Yeah, resting for Brentford, really, aren't they now?
Yeah, and rightly so. I'm so excited for that game. I'm not even sure we'll win. I'm just really excited. It's a big game.
It's a huge game. If you win, you're up. If you lose, it's back in more difficult. But
if we win, that is then 10 points, right? And then with Swansea, it'll be a bit less, but it's very comfy.
Yeah. Well, we're 10 points clear of third now. But I know what you mean, 10 points clear of Brentford, yeah.
Yeah.
which would be huge, I think.
Absolutely. 3 minutes left here. It's all stoppage time. We're at 92 minutes. Looks like Wycombe have won. Maybe it's a Norwich free kick, actually. Yeah, it looks like a Norwich free kick on the edge of our own area.
Yeah, we've managed the game well enough since the second goal to make sure there's been no real issues. Wycombe have done well today, but what we were saying at the start of the game, it could be a little bit ugly. And it has been. We have let Wycombe play a little bit too much, but the overall quality has showed. Like, there could easily be 2 leagues between this team next year. And in parts, we've seen that, haven't we? We should have scored a couple more at least. O'Neill's had a couple of opportunities. EMI as well. But
If that free kick flies in first half, I think we're looking at 3-0 and probably a bit more optimistic. But it hasn't been bad today, has it? We got the job done, grinded it out.
But again, I think you epitomise that realistically, when it's 0-0, you back the defence enough to keep it at 0 to the opposition. And with our forwards thinking players, it will click eventually against this kind of team.
Yeah.
Which would last, 2 years ago, you couldn't say. You said, right, we need 2 at least to be able to win the game.
We had that conversation. I mean, it would have been at work then. We weren't doing this, but we had that conversation every week. Like, we have to score 2 or we won't win.
Yeah, but we were enjoying it. We were enjoying the ride, weren't we? But like, even in that final run-in where I remember after Preston we didn't lose, it was still like, we ground it out a little bit more. But before that, yeah, it was just amazing, really, wasn't it? Lots of 4-3s, 3-2s. We just like, bloody hell. The entertainment's great, but for the heart rate, it's not good.
No. Cut the caffeine.
Man of the match today?
It's difficult.
Kenny's been very, sacrificial, is that a word? Do you know, he's made a lot of runs for the benefit of the team, but he hasn't really got on the ball and done anything amazing, but he's put in a massive shift.
Let me just say before anything else, BUENDIA has created 6 chances in this game.
I know, and he hasn't even played well. It's ridiculous that this kid.
It's brilliant that we have him, isn't it? I feel like really proper, just so happy that we have a player of that quality. I just never want to see him leave,
No, I don't. Poheto with a chance here. Let's see what's going to happen. Yeah, corner.
Ollie says, another prediction correct. Bragger.
Spot on.
Yeah, Ollie, you need to be sticking money on these, mate. That's about the 3rd game in a row you've called.
And if you don't want to, at least give us a bit of advance notice so we can put some money
in
the prediction.
Exactly. Norwich corner here. It's literally just ticked over to 95 minutes. I imagine this will be the last action of the game. Poheto to take the corner. Could be interesting.
Your hatred of Pochetta is...
It's not a hatred. I want to see him do well and prove me wrong, but game over. Norwich win 2-0. Happy days.
Very nice.
No, I want to see him do well. I just can't see it happening.
I think you need to give him time. You need to give him at least... You can't just judge him after one season. I think that's far too harsh. For me, personally.
It's a big adjustment, to be fair, the extra Glazer to the...
Without a doubt. In this league, yeah.
Right, let's turn that off. Should we do a little 5-minute debrief then, lads?
Yeah, let's do it.
It's job done, really, isn't it, today? Needed 3 points. I did think it would be a bit more convincing. If that Mario free kick goes in, it probably is.
Yeah.
I think we pretty much got what we wanted, didn't we?
I would have liked to have seen a slightly more convincing performance, but the scoreline, 2-0, impressive. I thought.
That's 70 points as well now, which last season would have seen you finish 6th, so that would have been playoffs. Previous seasons, you need about 74, 75 for that. So we haven't quite got the playoffs concrete, but you would like to think we haven't got to worry about them and that we can keep going. Jacob, thoughts, mate, generally?
We're further ahead than we were 2 years ago. Whilst Harvey said, yeah, it would be nice to see a resounding victory here, you managed the game. And in the back end of that first half, it was feeling a bit like the Birmingham game. In the second half, we managed it exactly the same. I thought the first 10, 15 minutes of that second half, we were absolutely excellent, creating chances at will. And BUENDIA really coming to the fore. And yeah, we showed the quality, which is what you need to do in these games, because you could easily go and lose this game if you try and overcomplicate things, persist with the same way. I think we tweaked it a little bit, didn't we, in terms of O'Neill getting the ball a lot quicker and just quickening up the play. But no, all in all, we showed the quality, and like you say, 70 points is 20 points left now, realistically, you need, isn't it?
Exactly. Let's get those 20 points and move on to the Premier League. For context, I'll just go through the table. So we're on 70, played 33. Brentford below us, played the same, 63. So that's 7 points. It's a 10-point gap to Watford in third and an 11-point gap to Swansea in fourth, but they have 2 games in hand, so that could reasonably be 5-point gap. But, lads, back end of February, that's a bloody good position to be in.
No, you can't. Realistically, no one is on the level we are in terms of 2 points a game on average. No one else is at 2 points. So you look at that and go, yeah, this is now something where we just need to keep pushing on, because it's actually a top class team we're looking at in terms of being able to manage the games and the different makers. I think all we need to do now is look forward to Brentford, really.
Oh God, I cannot wait, lads. That is a big game. I know we're 7 points ahead. Yes, we can afford to lose if you like, but if we win that, it'll be hard not to get carried away.
It'd be nice to make a statement as well. I think in the top games this year, if we have won them, probably Cardiff aside, who've kind of revitalised themselves, and Swansea at home, where I thought we got battered but won, we've been quite poor. So for me, I think we need to really kind of look at this and go, let's give a bit of a mission statement, show Brentford that they're not going to catch us, no one else is, show Swansea as well, and that we are the top dog in this league. Of course, the main threats, and Buemo, Godas, Tony, he's quite good, isn't he, Jay? That is a talented team, and it's going to be a really enjoyable watch. 5:30 on Wednesday, we'll be live for about 5:15, so really look forward to that one.
We will. 5:30 Wednesday against Thomas Frank's bottle jobs. I do fancy it, but actually, let's talk about man of the match today quickly before we go, because we never really got round to an answer on that, did we? It's a difficult one because no one's been amazing, no one's been bad.
Can I just say,
who are you going to give it to?
I just want to say, EMI BUENDIA has created 98 chances in the league this season now. 98. Incredible.
What's the second closest? Any idea?
No one's anywhere near him. 6 chances created today, and then you look at it and go, whilst, yes, he plays on the edge, he was the difference maker yet again, sets up the Timu goal, puts in the corner for Kenny to flick on, which Adam Eder scored. He's a difference. He really is a difference, the quality of player. But yeah, massive win. I would give it to EMI today.
That's the reason he's going to end up player of the season, Jacob. Hasn't even played that well, and he's still the main man.
Without a shadow of a doubt. Harvey, man of the match.
I watched it, and everyone put in quite an equal performance. But yeah. I think, sadly, Stockdale did put a really good performance, and he was unlucky with 2 goals. But he kept them in there. Really impressive. So I would be tempted to do that, but he didn't even play well. He got an assist, created about 100 chances. Buendia. It's the
same argument for player of the season, isn't it? Like, he hasn't been amazing today, but he has won us the game.
I think we've got to give a shout out to Kenny McLean as well, who was excellent. Dimmy Janulis again, showing why his quality. Max Aaron. Yeah, Max. We've had the same for Grant Hanley. Did enough with Vic Paisley today for me. Ben Gibbs in the second half, a lot better progressive going forward. I think that helped us a lot. Onel, good shout for him. First start in bloody ages, really. I can't even remember the last time he played. And I thought he was bright. He missed a sitter, but you know what? Made a difference in terms of keeping the width and giving us a bit of an attacking output. He had Grimmer on strings, really. But yeah, overall, proper solid performance and a deserved 2-0 win overall.
Another encouraging performance from Janulis as well. Yeah, all right. Kenny offered him a lot of cover when we had the possession in their half, but another game where he hasn't made a mistake and he looks like he's finding his feet.
No, completely agree with you. I think solid all in all. Brentford's a big one, a huge one. It's the biggest game of the season without a shadow of a doubt.
All right, shall we wrap up then?
Let's wrap up. We've got plenty of people to thank. This stream has been a really enjoyable one. First one, who have mentioned in the chat, Norfolk Woodburners, great win. The march to the title moves forward. Thanks for the support. Thank you for the support, Norfolk Woodburners. And obviously, you can head on that online using the link below to get a free online quote. It is going to be a really useful to have them on board because we just really appreciate it.
Especially for you, Harvey.
Especially for me, because I will be heading over to the website shortly. Second people we need to thank is Tops Football. We've got a 10% code in the description below. Head over to their website, get a random football shirt. great fun. And if you get one and you want to show it off on stream,
Brilliant.
give us a
Shout.
message.
Most
Excellent.
important, I think we need to say, Harvey, is thank you to everyone for watching again.
Oh, well,
Been
there's more people to thank. We have to thank Father Tony for the donation, Tony133 for the $20 donation, and Tom Croy for the $14 donation. We really appreciate it. And everyone who's watched, we super appreciate it. Thanks for joining us.
We're enjoying these, aren't we?
Yeah.
We're really enjoying these. Whilst it's 90 minutes is long, and we appreciate you all joining us and following it throughout. It's been a really good laugh and something completely different to what we've done. Yeah, thank you to Norfolk Woodburners, who've been brilliant. Top Football as well for the code. Thank you all for watching. And I think that's us done until Wednesday, where the biggest game of the season. We will be titling it with that. First v second. Let's go on to that. Win the game. Get more than 400 subscribers again. Win. Go up.
That's the other thing. Thanks to every single person who has subscribed and liked. We do really appreciate it. We've got so many people to thank. We're just full of gratitude here at CanaryCast. So
and enjoy the rest of your Sunday.
Yes, enjoy.
Yeah. Can we get a crowd in for Brentford as well? Let's have a few more of you. See if you can send it to your mates and get them involved.
Yeah.
Big game. But yeah, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. I think that's all there is to say.
See you in the next one.
And thank you
Later.
again. Okay.